how to identify. Got it.
My bad. Shit on me.
All right, you good. I like that. Engage, bro. When I say mute y'all mics, it's just to not disturb everybody else. Not to throw me off as I'm teaching. I get sidetracked.
Only the moderators can talk.
Can you please mute
Okay, yeah, just tell them that you were in a public place.
Hey, can I please
Yeah,
mute
y'all might have to mute all.
Okay, just whatever you say, I don't care.
Whoever the host
I don't
is.
know.
All right, cool. So hold on.
You give me some random guy came over.
Yeah, it's like, what is that?
All right, so if I mute you, I don't know if it's like gonna mute you forever, so you can let me know if you have a question you want to talk, but I'm just gonna mute people if I remember how to. But all right, so basically today we're gonna be talking about patterns and how to identify patterns, and also how to trade the patterns and entries and exits off of patterns and any types of entries and exits for you guys. So let me pull up Google real quick. All right, so, and I'm literally just freestyling it. So y'all can ask any questions that y'all want. If y'all would like me to talk about a certain chart, let me know that as well. And the same chart class that I'm going to be giving, I'll just do it on that chart as well, but I'm gonna go through different charts. So let me just find something. I'm pretty sure we all know about bull flags, but I'll get into it. Let's
come on.
The first thing that pops up. Slick head and shoulders. All right, so let's talk about head and shoulders first. All right, so when you see a head and shoulders, the way I like to the easiest way I identify a head and shoulders and basically like impress my subconscious mind with it so I don't forget it is by thinking of like Egypt, thinking of Africa, and thinking of the three pyramids, right? When I say that is because that's basically what it gives. So I'll show you this one first, and I'm gonna show you multiple different ones so you can understand them. So when I say the pyramids, right? It's like one pyramid, two pyramids, three pyramids, right? And it always looks just like that. The head, it'll be a shoulder, left shoulder, the head, and then your right shoulder, right? Let me see, let me look for this one. This one is actually beautiful to me because it's not perfect, right? Because you'll tend to see them, here, I'll go back to that one. Something like this that looks pretty much perfect. Like you can see the shoulder right here, right? And you can see it coming down, and you can see the head forming right there coming down, right? So, and you can also see the shoulder. This one is like, to me, it's kind of like plain in sight, right? This one's a little more choppier, right? Because you could have possibly been like, no, this is your head, but that whole thing is your head, right? The whole entire thing. So when identifying a head and shoulders, you're always going to see, what's the best way I could explain it? It's gonna look more so like when you first start seeing them, like a bull flag, right? Just like how you seen these run-ups right here, it's just like a big old pole, then it starts flagging out, like going straight, consolidating a little bit. I'll talk about on the chart all these other patterns that I see, but it'll start consolidating, and then it'll fail the bull flag, because the bull flag, just like right here, pole flags down, breaks out. It'll always, not always, it's supposed to break out just like this, how you see in this bull flag. And this time it didn't break out, right? It flagged a little bit to the side and it broke down, it failed and came down, right? So that's a sign. Once you start seeing bull flags and then they start failing and going down to a support and then bouncing back up and they break a high, that's like a sign to start seeing like, okay, we could possibly be getting a head and shoulders, because you already see like a low, drop, a high. It's like base, rally, base, drop, base, rally. You see, you can put, and that was supply and demand. You can implement all of these other strategies into patterns, into different things, and make your trade a higher probability, right? So I'm gonna show you this head and shoulders, and what I mean by it not being, oh, I did explain that, it being a little choppy right here, but that's still your whole entire head, right? So also, let me just find some more. And we're also gonna talk about the inverted head and shoulders, that is just like it looks just like this. Oops, it's probably gonna be ugly. No, here, I'll find another one. But it's just upside down. Right here. It's just upside down. And I'm sorry I didn't mention it. Whenever you see a head and shoulders pattern, that is a bearish pattern, right? When it's by its neckline as well, is a bearish pattern. Whenever you see them upside down invertedly, that is a bullish pattern for it to run. But you always have to break neckline, and I'm gonna show you guys that. And if you guys have any patterns that you would like to learn, just throw them at me. If I know them, I will teach you them. If I don't know them, I will let you know that I don't know them. So this is kind of like a head and shoulders. You don't really have your full right shoulder formed yet, but I see this bearish flag, right? So it could possibly just drop down, but analyzing this, I'll analyze it real quick, but yeah, this is a head and shoulders. I'm sorry, I just didn't open it all the way up. So here, just to show you it. Oh, wrong. Shoulder, head, shoulder, and it broke. Oh, let me draw the. If I do something and you guys can't understand what I'm saying, let me know and I'll figure out another way to show you.
So you identify the pattern and then what is it telling us? Is it telling us up or down?
Excuse me?
I said, so the pattern has been identified. So at that point, are we expecting it to go up or are we expecting it to go down?
You'll want to like use multiple time frame analysis, but I'm about to literally explain that
Okay.
right now so you can
Thank you.
get it. Absolutely. And anybody feel free to chime in just like how he did. So we're gonna identify the pattern. And I could tell like you possibly already identified it as well. But for anybody that can't identify it, I'm just gonna show you another picture. And I do this on purpose. And so it could get implemented in your subconscious. Shoulder, left shoulder, head, shoulder, right? 3 triangles. So if I take you back to the chart, and that's another thing I should tell you. Whenever you find these, I like to call them textbook patterns, and you're just searching on YouTube and watching videos and different things of that nature, understand that sometimes they show it to you very perfect, just like right here. It's very perfect. You will not see it like that very perfect. I will show you different head and shoulders going up, going down, and straight, right? So go ahead.
Hey Moody, quick question. So when you do the so when you are analyzing the head and shoulders, unlike the support and resistance, it doesn't have to hit the same target multiple times, like if that makes sense.
I'm kind of catching you. Are you meaning like, say like right here, how it's kind of like almost touching, I could bring it up and it's gonna touch the targets, but how it's just bouncing off of that, like right here?
Yeah, like you just went straight up and highlighted those, but let's say the left
Oh.
shoulder and the right shoulder aren't actually level, or am I missing something? Because I know like the support and resistance, it has to hit like 2 or 3 times in the same area. Does that
Yeah.
apply with this?
What you just said is very, very important. That does not is exactly what I was just trying to explain. It's not going to look perfect, and no, it does not have to, right? So I'm going to explain the neckline right here. So like what she was just explaining is like, so if you don't mind, whoever's talking, can you please mute your mic? Appreciate you. So what she was talking about right now is like, say, and I'm gonna just talk about support and not resistance. Well, let me just draw the resistance.
Pair. I'm not used to the pairs, but so I guess.
She was talking about it going up and coming down and touching multiple times. So this support right here can get weaker to break down, right? So it touched a whole bunch of times, like 1, 2. You got to count every single candles, but I'm gonna just count them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there, 7, and it broke down. It broke out, right? So you would have entered in this trade, right? When you to be honest, I would have entered in this trade when it broke right here, right? But what I tell people is you can go ahead. It'd be a higher probability if you enter the trade down here, right? Because you see how it keeps faking you out right here, boom, coming back up. This is called ranging right here. This is like one of the easiest things to trade. Every time it comes up here, just go for shorts. Once you draw your support and resistance, every time it comes down here, buy calls, but be careful, right? So when I'm talking about you would have wanted to enter in kind of right here is because it faked you out a whole bunch of times and didn't go down here, right? You would have wanted to take this target out because it could have got right here and it could have bounced, right? So to show you what I meant, perfect. So right here, it came down, right? So say you would have tried to enter in right here at this candle because it started breaking, and you was like, you know what, we keep testing this support. I'm about to jump in because I feel like we going down. You would have went in just because you broke this, you hit your target of your previous candle, and that's also an entry point to get into your put, and then you got faked out and it came right back up, right? And it took you a while. You would have been, if it was a weekly contract, you would have got demolished. If you would have had a next week contract, you would have been okay through this consolidation and then dropping right into that double bottom pattern. So did that make sense before I go back to the head and shoulders?
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, cool. And if I'm talking too
Thank
fast, let
you.
me know. Absolutely, you're welcome. So going to the head and shoulders, like what she was saying, let me take all these lines off so you don't get confused. So now we identified our head and shoulders. So how you identify your neckline is basically your first shoulder that it gives you, right? And it's gonna be your left shoulder. So that drop, that bottom where, and you can say this, but then you're gonna get faked. It's not that you're gonna get faked out, it's just you're not gonna catch the move at all. So you wanna bring it into like one of these bottom wicks right here. And well, this is I'm gonna try to find one like getting created so I can show you. So you see how I got it right here touching these lines? That's gonna be my neckline, right? Because there goes my shoulder, there goes my support to it. Boom, comes up, there goes my head, here comes my shoulder. The shoulder is so hard to see on this one because it's a bare flag, but let me take you over to the where I might show it to me. Yeah, it's gonna show it to me nicely. Maybe let me see if the 1 hour shows it to me better. Yeah, let's stay on the 4 hour. So right here, this is your, and it's looking a little uglier, but I want to show you your right shoulder. There are all these bare flags. When you see bare flags, it's gonna keep dropping, right? So it's right here on this bare flag before it dropped. That was your shoulder. And I'll show it to you on your day so you can be able to see it. Right there, you see it, boom, shoulder, and it drops. Because another person would say this is your shoulder, but this is a rising wedge, right? And a piercing bearish flag. And I'll show you that real quick so we can stay on the head and shoulders. So the way I see this is, here, and if you guys can't see something and I'm talking about it, just tell me to draw it out. Sometimes I just forget. Here, I'm gonna just draw it ugly, I'll fix it. Keep in mind, I'm drawing this one. This should be on your red candle, but I want you guys to be able to see it. And I think it's kind of like blending in. So this is a bearish flag, right? Pole, flag, consolidation, but it's piercing because the top of your pole, I'm gonna put this correctly, is right here, right? The top of this wick of your candle. When I say piercing, you have these candlesticks going up and down, ranging in this support and resistance, right? And it's ranging. And when I mean piercing, check this out. What's the best way I could do it? This one. So check out how. Hey, you lit. You mind muting your mic, please? Thank you. So basically, you can see that. Well, not basically that you can see. When you're piercing a bearish flag, understand that once you take out this target, how is flagging. Somebody would have seen this just like I would have seen them, would have been like, yo, I'm about to short this because it's a rising wedge, right? And you got all these PMGs on the bottom. But the thing is, I'm a strat trader, but I also trade patterns. And the strat tells me, even though this is a PMG, we're going up and we're going to continue to pierce this flag because the PMG is invalid, right? The reason I say the PMG is invalid, for everybody that started to understand the PMG, the only thing that's valid on this, and it's not even a PMG, is these two targets. These are the only two targets that are valid. All of these targets have been taken out by this one big long wick. This here, I'll show. These are all your targets. The bottom of this. Boom, 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 boom. All of these are targets, right? So this one wick took it all out. Bloop, 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 bloop. The only other targets that are there, see, and I missed it because I didn't draw it, is this one and this one. They never got taken out, right? But all of these got taken out. So those are people that jumped in their trade trying to get a quick trade or whatnot. I know I'm on a daily time frame, but don't mind it being on a daily time frame. These patterns and all of this work exactly on any other time frame, right? It's just quicker because a daily time frame is one candle, a 15-minute time frame is 15-minute candles on each one, right? So
Excuse me, Moody, may I ask what is a PMG? I'm sorry.
nah, don't be sorry. What you ain't do nothing wrong. Hold on, let me move this down. So PMG. Don't mind it being a banana clip gun. It's just let me. I'm trying to get this out my way. I minimize it. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna show it to you like this, and then I'm gonna show you what a PMG is, and then break it down and explain it to you, and then get back to the head and shoulders. So a PMG stands for pivot machine gun, right? And it's basic. Well, I'll explain this part on the chart. Look at these banana clips, right? You see how they curve? Boom. You see this one? You see this one? This one's like a huge one. All right. And I'm showing you this for a reason. See this one? This is, you can consider this a PMG as well, but I'll show you how to consider them. They normally curve, right? Just like that, just like this. All right, so now let's go back to the chart. Do I have another one? This one's a pretty one, PMG. All right, so we'll get back to that. I see a lot of them, but I want to see a pretty one. Oh, here we go, American Airlines. They faked me out of a whole bunch of them. You see them on bigger time frames as well. I just went to a smaller time frame to show you. So PMGs are, Kelvin, show her one that got taken out. I'm gonna show you a failed one, and then I'm gonna show you ones that got taken out. All of these are PMGs. They're series of lower highs or higher lows, right? This is a high, right? To that candle. You have a higher low, a higher low, a higher low, a higher low, and then a higher low. This one tried to end up taking it out. One candle, once you continue to get small candles like that, or even big candles, those are considered PMGs. Or even when you get them like this, higher lows, right? And I'm sorry, I said this completely wrong, and anybody could correct me. I just be, I'll catch myself though. These are higher lows. These are, dang, it's the same thing. Higher lows, lower highs. Lower highs is the way that you want to say it. And anybody could correct me. I'm not perfect at this.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, am I muting your mic? Okay. So higher lows are PMGs as well, just like when you see lower highs as well, right? So these right here are higher lows. They're getting higher, but they're not breaking the previous lows of the candles. As you see them, this one opened up at the bottom, goes up. This one opens up here, goes up. This one opens up here, goes up. As you see, no wicks, no candles are taking out those lows, right? So that's what a PMG is. Now I'm going to show you how they perform. Let me get off American Airlines. I'll just go through charts. I'll find one. Slick. Man, it was just a very bearish day today. That's why. Oh, I'm still on the bottom. Let's go to a daily time frame. PMG perfectly on BA. So, but this one didn't take it all the way out, but I will find one that will show you how it takes it all the way out. So you see how it has the lower, the higher lows, low, but they're higher and nothing's taking it out. One candle takes it all out. Oh my God, Kelvin, why are you not showing her your screen? Minimize. Here goes a PMG. If you can see my screen, I keep it on my screen because this is how I trade. You see higher lows, and you see how they didn't use this one because this candle took it out. So that's no longer relevant to me. And it's relevant to the chart, but as I'm day trading, it's not relevant to me anymore. That high will be, but not that low. We already took it out and created a new low, right? So you got one low right here, another low here, another one here, another one here, another one here. One candle, as soon as it took out this target up here, right? And I know I was showing this on live when you're taking out targets. It took it out, kind of ran a little bit, pulled all the way back, right? And this is a 3-bar, hit this 50% retracement rule on its previous candle, and it takes out each one of those candles. These are your targets. These are
Hey, hold on, Moody. I think we seen your desktop screen, bro.
No, yeah. No, I am. Y'all see my mouse where I'm moving at?
Yeah, it's at the bottom right.
Yeah, bottom right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my fault.
Nah, you good.
Keep going, bro.
So it took it all out, and I'm gonna show you this on the chart. I just wanted to find one really quickly. Which one am I on? This one. So it should have did it right here, but look, bigger time frames, I always do it quicker. Right here, see? Oh no, that's not perfect. Where Kroger at? She be doing it all day. Kroger, I'm waiting for her PMG. She almost killed it. Thank you for your patience with me trying to find like the perfect setup to show y'all this.
When you get a chance after we go through this, Moody, can I see what indicators you use on TradingView?
Yeah, I just put it down right there. I only use the Strat and TC. I got the EMAs on, but I use them sometimes. And this is the Strat too, the Strat Assist. I'm just learning how to use this one a little more effectively. And then I have volume on occasionally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then RSI down here.
You ever mess with Stochastic in addition to your RSI or no?
Huh?
Stochastic flow?
I can't understand what you're saying.
It's called the Stochastic Slow. It's another indicator that works in conjunction with RSI. It's one of the indicators on I don't know if you ever use it or not.
Okay. I still can't understand what you're saying. It's me on my end. Drop it in the chat, or drop it in the DM me that indicator. But I don't really use too many indicators, but I'll definitely look into it. I'm just trying to find like a little nice. These are PMGs right here. There we go. Look, perfect. Jesus Christ. You're gonna find them on a lot on like bull flags, right? So this is a beautiful one, but it's like a V-shaped recovery. I'm gonna just show you this one right here because it did it. So you had all these targets to take out right here, like boom, 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 and boom. Imagine when you see the chart, let me take this off this way, because you're not gonna see none of these candles, right? Like when the chart's opening up, or this candle. So it's like this, and you're setting up your target, and you're like, man, I'm gonna see this because I understand the strat. And as I do more classes and I start getting into the strat, I want to teach this. But this was a 2-2 reversal, right? One, I seen we went 2 down, 2-2 reversal right here, right? But and this was the 2-2 continuation, but it didn't break as high. So once I got that 2-2 reversal and got that 2 up, and it didn't go all the way up, you had a clear way right here. I know I was talking about it earlier on the live. You have no traffic in your way, right? So it's gonna end up trying to take out those candles, and I should have did the rest of my targets like right here and right here. And this is a PMG, higher lows, higher lows. These aren't really, I didn't draw these because it's not active to me, because this one candle right here, that was a PMG to it. It gave you a 3-1-2 reversal and it took it out, right? So I'm not gonna count these targets. But like, as you see, if you would have took that trade, like let's just say it was today or something, if you would have took that trade, you opened up already green and it just started flying through your targets. And it does it every single time when you see a PMG. These are PMGs right here too, right? And you just take your targets and watch those green candles all the way right here, how they taking it out. Slowly but surely, they just taking every one of those out, because that's a PMG, a bullish flag. Pole flag. Here, let me draw it out. I'm tripping. Oh my God, look at that PMG.
So whenever you're doing the PMGs, are you looking for those 2-2 reversals for that to be the end of the PMG?
No, but yes, but no. I'm not looking for them because I'm looking for the PMG. I'm just looking for higher lows. But the reason I say yes is because you're accurate. That's how it normally starts. You always get a 2-2 reversal, if that makes sense. So you got like that bullish flag right there.
I'm seeing how you're saying that now.
Or you'll most definitely get some form of reversal, whether it be a 2-2 or a different reversal pattern.
Yeah, it's just like right here, you got a PMG right here. It didn't get to this PMG, but you see how you got the 2 down, and this is the 2-2 reversal. Anytime I get a 2-2 reversal like that, I learned the strap from Sarah Sniper. She doesn't play continuations, but I play continuations because I love them. In my case, but this is perfect right here. It's better than this PMG. But what was I gonna say? A PMG normally starts off at the reversal, like D-Wiz was saying, and reversals are always the best strat setups. Because you're gonna catch the bottom of the broadening formation. Like I don't have broadening formation drawn up, but I can see it. You know, like. Once it came down, I'm already knowing I'm at the bottom of my broadening formation. And you see, I didn't even notice it when I drew it, but it gave me another broadening formation right here. But and then took out the PMG. But if you learn the strat, you use everything that the strat is for, like just understanding the candles and how they move, the numbers, and understanding how to draw a broadening formation, higher high, higher lows. And knowing how to identify your targets, you're gonna be a phenomenal trader. And the reason I only talk about the strat is because everything that I'm doing, if you notice it and you try not to think of the strat, I'm actually talking about everybody else's strategy, support and resistance, you know, drawing triangles on bullish flags and things of that nature, and catching a breakout. It's just a strat. It just simplifies trading. You know, when you're learning trading, I remember when I first learned, I wanted to learn support and resistance. I want to learn each pattern. I want to know what an inverted head and shoulders is, right? This split, shoulder, head, shoulder. They're ugly. Like me, I don't know how my eyes see them, but this is an ugly one. Somebody would see it and be like, no, that's not a head and shoulders. But I mean, inverted head and shoulders. But the way my eyes see it, how did I see it? Head, shoulder. Right? I'm just trying to find a little bit of the pattern on what it looks like, even though I know if I look at it this way, it looks like a pole and a flag and then breakout, right? Supply and demand. And that's why I say like all of these strategies are basically the same thing. They're just a different form of showing you how to trade the strategy, right? So let me, what chart is this? Macy's. Oh, there. Delete all this. All right, so my bad, I'm getting sidetracked here. Do y'all should I go over? Oh, look, head and shoulders. I wanted to go over some more head and shoulders before I go to any other patterns, but you guys let me know.
Moody, before you move on, can you tell me the significance of you counting the candles? I know you counted 7 earlier.
Help me understand. When I counted 7, what are you talking about?
Yeah, so I think we were talking about
We were talking about touches.
Okay.
We were talking about what?
Touches. One lady said it has to touch 3 times.
You're talking about like support and resistance.
Yeah, is there a significance with the number of times that it touched? I mean, you counted 7 candles.
Yeah, no, not really. It's just because if I tell you that, that'd be a lie, right? Because like say if I bring you over to the Discord, you can still see you see the Discord now, right?
Right.
All right, cool. And this is why I say like ask questions. This is gonna make me think of something. Let's go to the weekly homeworks. That's a very important question. It just depends on the strategy that you're using, right? Weekly, right here. Because if you want to go with touches, you could go with 3 touches. Let me show you. And it's real. And I'll show you this on the chart as well. Double bottom, always 2 touches, right?
Oh yeah, I have all of those printed.
Okay, fire, dope. So this one, like when you're seeing them like this, that's ranging. So it doesn't really matter about the touches. That's what we were just talking about. This is just textbook pattern. It's going to show it to you so perfectly. But like these, like descending triangles, ascending triangles, falling wedges, you can count those touches kind of like 3 touches, right? Like 1, 2, 3, and then normally end up breaking out. That was not a touch. I'm sorry. Because what touches also you count them as bottom drops, right? This is not a bottom drop. This is more so like the candle starting. It's just showing you an example, right? Let me make it bigger. It's just showing you like an example. So once it rallies up and it hits, this is your first touch, right? And that'll be your first touch, like to short it. Boom. That'll be your first touch to go back up, right? That's your second touch. This is your third touch, right? We don't never count this first run up, right? Boom. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. And then it normally runs up. But you always wait for the break of this. And I'll definitely show you this stuff on the chart. Did that make sense though?
Yes.
All right, cool.
And that was just identifying the break of a trend, right, Moody?
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
And if I was to try to sit here and lie to you and tell you, oh, it's 5 touches, 20 touches, 3 touches, then it breaks support, I'll be lying to you. Because I don't control the market. And I don't really like when people tell people that, because it's like, it's wrong to tell someone that, right? So I'm drawing support and resistance, basically what you see me do. And so you can have visuals. Where were we? Discord. That's what I do.
And I know some people when they chart, they only use so when you find the support and resistance, you use the wick. Some people use just the body. I don't know.
I use the body. I never use wicks for support and resistance. It's just you're seeing some wicks touch it. When I drew it, I was like, my eyes was just looking at where were the most even touches, right? Some people are going to be like, ooh, like right there. And you can see how it's touching, but you're going to get, I'm not going to say that. It just depends on that. Some people are able to trade that way. Me, I'm not, because I don't like getting faked out. I like having, like, if you see when I enter trades, I like to enter a trade and be profitable. I don't like to enter a trade and automatically go negative. I remember when I used to tell myself, oh, well, it's a swing, it's supposed to happen. No, that's not true. That's why I trade the strat. If you trade the strat, you automatically put yourself in winning trades. Because especially if you're paying reversals, 2-2 reversal, you're in a winning trade. 2-2 reversal, you're in a winning trade. 2-2 continuations, you're still in a winning trade, right? So I'll bring it back to like where I put it at. And now I see where I stopped at. I stopped on this green candle. And it's good that you told me that, because I've been trading for a while that I'm just like, bloop, bloop, bloop. Like I see all this support. Like these 2 lines right here, support and resistance, slick. It's not real, but if I draw it, and I go to a smaller time frame, you're gonna be like, oh wow. Look, I'm gonna just draw it. Jesus Christ. Take it over to a 15-minute time frame. We drew these two. You see how it's just playing? The smaller time frames is like the easiest things to trade. Oh, thank you. The smaller time frames is like the easiest things to trade, especially when you learn support and resistance. It's just like, watch me. I'll draw some more, but this was the bottom that we had first drew, right? And this is the little support and resistance that we found on the daily, and we can go back and test it. When it comes down, look how it plays in this support and resistance. And this is something that I back test and I look at a lot. When I see a stock at a certain range, I draw that support and resistance and see how it respects it. It played a little bit in there, but it doesn't stay in there. Look at that PMG right there. One candle takes it all out. PMG, candles take it all out, right? And that's why I do the strap, because it gives me cheat codes. Like, look at my back screen. I'm cheating all day. What? I just got a 2 up, and whatchamacallit, say, let me find one. It's always best to talk on the chart. It's like right here. We just killed this, right? PMG. I already know, because I've been trading on this for a while. Take your money, forget about this trade now, especially when you just took out all of these targets. That's a lot of targets that you just took out, and that's a big move. For 70 cents is a huge move for Macy's, right? I'll bring it back to this, but I'll take you to the daily chart and you'll see that it's a huge move for Macy's. What does Macy's normally move a day? $1.49, 74 cents, 68 cents, 32 cents, $1.08. You see where I'm going with it? If you take it to the weekly, now you're gonna learn what this stock moves. It opened and closed only 30 cents throughout the whole week. So you scalping this. And that's how you learn what stocks to trade or what not to trade, or should I trade this with my portfolio size? Macy's is a small account builder. If you're trying to learn how to trade, I will be trading like something like this. Why? Because it's not as volatile. And the Greeks are better than a volatile stock, right? I'm not looking at the Greeks right now to tell you, but yeah. So somebody throw a pattern at me. Cup in hand.
Quick question. What do the twos mean?
The twos are directionals.
Hey Moody, you probably want to cover the 1, 2, and the 3 briefly, real quick, just because I know we probably don't have a lot of strat traders or people who are learning the strat.
Gotcha, absolutely. Lauren.
Hey Moody, I got a pattern that I charted out for you. I'd sent it to you whenever you want to cover it.
All right, cool. What's your name?
Diego. Yeah, right there, the green.
All right, cool.
I got a before and after too, so I think everybody will get some value out of it.
All right, cool. Definitely. Thank you too. Pin messages. All right, so take a look at this. And on the bottom, let me see if I can make it bigger. Oh, sorry, we'll just use it this way. A 1 candle, and I'll explain it right here, and then I'll explain it on the chart. So a 1 candle is an inside candle. It's a candle that's been consolidating / tightening range, right? It's tightening its range and it's consolidating, is really not doing anything, right? But when you do see ones, those candles normally, the next candle after it normally breaks out. It normally either go 2 up or it goes 2 down. And I'll show you that on the chart as well. A 2 bar now is a directional bar. It's either going to be a 2 up or it's going to be a 2 down. Do not get confused by the colors, and I'll show you this on the chart as well. Understand that a 2 down means that it broke the previous low of your previous candle, right? Doesn't matter what time frame you on, it works on every single time frame, right? So a 2 down is a candle that broke the previous low of its previous candle. A 2 up is a candle that broke its previous high of its previous candle, right? A 3 bar now is it's a broadening for, I'm gonna first say it's a broadening formation, but what it is an engulfing candle, right? It's engulfing its previous candle, with meaning that it broke its previous high and it also broke its previous low to its previous candle. So let me go over to the chart, and it's right here, and you can definitely find it in my channel. I don't know if I pinned it. I don't think I pinned it. It's all the way at the top, but it's definitely in the general chat pinned, and it's in some other places, and just remind me and I'll drop it again. The one that I really like that I use all the time is this one. This is the one that's on my background. And then it gives you the strat setups. And I'm sorry that I didn't go over that. It just gives you the strat setups. You either get a 2-1-2, a bearish reversal, a bullish reversal. It simplifies trading, letting you know how to enter and get out of your trade. Ones are your entry, a lot of setup entries, and strat is literally a combination of 3 candles, sometimes 2, but a combination of 3 candles. So it's, when I say simplifies trading, it also helps you control your emotions, where, you know, if you don't want to be looking at the charts at all times and things of that nature, you can set up alerts on your trading views and just go, like, let's say you can use 4-hour time frame, and you only have 2 candlesticks, right? So you're not going to be looking at the charts all day. You're going to be like, hey, I'm gonna just wait till it hits my target or it hits my stop loss. Hey, I either win or I lose, right? Or you can use an hourly time frame that's 7 candles, and 7 candles gives you 2 strat setups, right? That's 6, and then it also gives you a swing for the next day. So that's what I mean by it makes trading very simple. Like, when you start, and you hear me talk about patterns, but in the strat world, you're not supposed to talk about patterns. Patterns don't exist to us. Like strat, people that trade the strat, we don't care about no news. We don't care about anything. We care about price action. We care about candlesticks and volume. A little like volume, but we care about the price action. And that's it. The volume is built into that price action as well, right? So let me go over to the chart and explain that real quick.
How do you put the numbers on your chart?
I'm on TradingView, so you'll go up here on indicators, and then you'll type in STRAT, STRAT, and you can use whichever one makes you feel comfortable. First one I started was candles type the strat. The one I recommend would be strat candles opening levels. And those are the little dotted lines that you've seen on my screen. They're opening levels, but you can also use them as a minimum support and resistance, right? Because it's going to be an opening level to a specific time frame. But that's how you just click it, and then it's right here, strat. Go to your settings, make sure that's turned on. My 15-minute open is turned on. You can just take a picture. I also keep my 5, 15, 30, and 60 on my strat turned on for my time frame continuity. Time frame continuity means that if 4 to 5 of the same time frames are aligned, meaning that they're green, meaning if it's green, they're bullish, the bulls are buying, the algos are buying. That means full time frame continuity, the stock is going to go that direction. 9 times out of 10, that's exactly what happens when you have 4 to 5 of the same time frames heading to the same direction, right? And then I changed my colors on there to let me know on my last candle if we're bullish or bearish on that time frame. Also, you want to come in here because some people have trouble seeing their things that are not popping up. You want to click scenario 1 bar, scenario 2, and scenario 3. I don't care about all of these because I don't want to see no 2 ups and things of that nature on my screen. You go to style and scroll down and go to your 1s or your 1s, your 2s and 3s, and choose the colors that you would like them. Choose if you want them above or below. Yeah, and yeah, that's about it. And then, you know, watch your snipers videos, ask me questions. I've been doing the same kind of chart classes right now to help it stick for certain people, like with repetition. But I'm really eager to start teaching the strat. But once we continue to move forward on learning candlesticks and learning patterns and entries and exits and everything about charts, we're definitely getting to it because I feel like it can really change a lot of people's lives, right? So hopefully I answered your question. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna show it to you I'm gonna just run through it so I could have some more time to talk about some more patterns. But if I run through it too quickly and you don't understand, please let me know. And I'll do my best if you don't understand it. So this is the 1 bar right here. Remember when I said a 1 bar? The next candle always chooses its direction. 1 bar shows the direction. 1 bar shows the direction. And this is on a weekly time frame, of course, but 1 bar shows a direction. I can go to a daily time frame, it's gonna be the same thing. I'm just waiting for it to pop up. See, 1 bar shows a direction. 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 All right. So a 1 bar is an inside bar. A 1 bar means that this candle did not break the previous high of the previous candle, and the high is going to be the wick, not the body of the open and close, but the high. And then also did not break the previous low of the candle, right? It stood inside, and that's why we call it an inside day. This is just consolidated. It didn't go anywhere. It just moved from $24.25 to $24.94. It didn't do much. But if you loaded up on a lot of contracts and caught it at the bottom and took it up, you could have made some money. 2 bar is the directional bar, right? This bar is green, but this is a 2 down. Somebody would have seen it and thought it was a 2 up because they seen a green bar. But that's what I was saying that I was going to show you. And you have to understand that it's a 2 down because it broke the previous low of the previous candle. It did not break the previous high of the previous candle. If you don't mind, can you please mute your mic? As well, yeah, if it would have broke the high, it would have turned into a 3 bar, right? So also how you know it didn't break the high, you can put your cursor over the candle, and where it says open, that's the opening price of the candle. The H is the high of the candle, the L is the low of the candle, the C is the close of the candle. So if you put your candle right here and you look at the H, because it's the high of the candle, that is going to be 25.28. If you put your cursor over this one, look at the high of that candle, that's 25.26. It missed it by 2 cents, right? So I'm just explaining that this is a 2 down and not a 2 up, right? So it picked this direction to go down, but once it did and it bottomed out, it went right back up. And the only reason that you see this candle green is because it passed this opening price, right? It opened right here, it was red for a few, and then once it passed this opening price, it turned back green because bulls are in the building. And not only because bulls are in the building, but because it's over its opening level of the day, right? So, and that's the same thing on any time frame. A 2 up now would look like something like this, still green, right? And you can have a red 2 down, because let me just show it to you so you don't get confused. This is a red 2 down. The only reason it's red is because what I just said about the green, just the opposite. Bearish candles open up at the top and not the bottom like bullish candles. So when it opened up, it never passed its opening price. It's still below its opening price, so it's going to stay as a red candle, right? So don't let those kind of things confuse you as well. 2 up right here, meaning that it broke its previous high of its previous candle, so it went up, right? If you look at this candle, its previous high, it is 24.75. If you look at this candle, it's going to be 25.06. You can tell that it broke its previous high. A 3 bar now is a bar that I've fallen in love with because of Sarah Sniper. She created the 50% rule on it. So what a 3 bar is, when this candle opened up, it didn't even open up as an inside candle like this one. It opened up 2 down because as I just mentioned, bullish candles open up at the bottom. And let's look at the low of this. The low was 24.71. This opened up at 24.65. So you see that we opened up 2 down and not inside. So now that we opened up 2 down, and think about this vice versa too, because it does it the other way around. It found the support, right? On a smaller time frame, because definitely don't see any kind of support here on a daily time frame. And let me just draw that so you can see that, right? I don't see any support. There's nothing stopping. Everything is kind of breaking through it. I see this one, you know, how it kind of closed above it. So that's not support. It's going to be support on a smaller time frame, right? But what happened was it found some support. It was 2 down. Once it started going up, pull out my fib. Once it started going up, and I only have my fib here. Let me pull that up so nobody get confused. I don't use the fib like everybody else does. All I need is my 50% retracement. So I'm having from 0 to 1 and just my 50 mark in the middle. And that's all I need from it because I only use it for a 50% retracement rule. So once it started coming up, this was your entry, your 50%. Once the candle eats 50% of its previous candle and it was a 2 down, it's shooting to go 3 bar. And it does it all day, every day. SPY does it SPY does it almost every other day now. But yes, did anybody have any questions before I keep moving along? I just wanted to make sure I explained that.
Your fib like that?
You sound like Optimus Prime right now. Can you repeat that? I hope I ain't scare you.
For your fib level that you just used, do you only use that on a daily chart?
I use it on any time frame.
Okay.
And I'll show you.
That rule applies,
Excuse me?
and the 50% still applies?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So you're okay. I'm gonna get that question over and over and over. So the strat works on any single time frame. I'll take it to the 1 minute.
So you took the fib and you drew it from the top to you used it on top to the bottom of the previous one, the previous 2 candles to see if it went 50% on the 3 candle.
Yes. Here, I'll do it again. Tell me a stock that you trade and it's probably doing it right now. So this one, did we open up to
Apple?
Apple. Yeah, see, I like when people do that because it gets me off of Macy's now and I could talk about something else that I see. See, I already had it drawn up on Apple. Right here, Apple is about to do it. Literally. Let me delete all this.
Is it 3 also called engulfing? Is that an engulfing candle? Is that what that's?
Yeah.
Oh, I like
the outside bar. It's called the outside bar also.
Yeah, outside engulfing. And I'm glad that people are saying that, right? Appreciate you too, D-Wiz. Why? Because a lot of these things are the same thing, it just has different terminology. All right, so we're on the daily chart on Apple, right? And I normally do this on like daily charts and weeklies. But you can do this on any time frame. Pull out my fib. So you want to grab it from the wicks too, also from the bottom to a low or a high to a low. It already gave you is already an entry point. And I'll show you how it's playing. Watch this. So before I go to any time frame, now that we drew it up, hold on, I'm just eager to go to my weekly. Weekly did it. Tell me that's a 3 bar. Weekly did it already. It happens all day, every day. And bigger time frames, bigger confirmation. I love my smaller time frames. I trade the 5 and the 15 minute and also the 3 minute. Everything that I chart on my chart is going to be on a bigger time frame. I'm never going to chart on a 13 minutes on a 15 minute time frame or a 5. It's just you're going to get, well, for me, I'm going to get faked out every single time because bigger time frame, bigger confirmation is what I can say to that. All right, so let me delete this so I don't get confused. This is wicked. This is beautiful. Hold on. This is my broadening formation as well. As you see, Apple's in the middle of this broadening formation, never came to the bottom. After it went to a bottom, it still hasn't bottomed out. And this is a PMG. So next week, this is a weekly chart. Next week's going to be wicked. It could probably just because it's also look like an inverted head and shoulders. My bad, I'm just trying to analyze it. I'm gonna do what you're asking me to. Shoulder, head, shoulder. You feel me? So we open up even like right here next week. Always know that too. If Apple opens up next week, like let's just make believe like today is Sunday and it's about to open up. If it opens up right here, take Apple. It's gonna take that target, and then it's gonna pull back. Because it's there already. Like once it's there, the bulls buy. You see this PMG right there? Look how it opened up right here. Soon as the owl goes, everybody see that, and especially if you're a strat trader and you're looking at these bigger time frames, you don't care about no hour time frame or anything. You're gonna play the weekly. You can play, you know what's so crazy that people don't understand? You can play the weekly time frame on Monday, just like a daily time frame, because it's the same chart, but only on Mondays. Why I say that? Because think about it. Next week, oops, let me delete that. Next week, we're gonna get a new candle right here. This candle is Monday's candle, right? So the daily candle is gonna look the same, but it's showing you the setup better. Bigger, like the more you break down your time frame, the more you're breaking down all these candles. The bigger you go, the more solid your candles are, and it tells you your move. So on Mondays, I'm always looking at, I like the chart on Tuesdays, but I'm always looking at this weekly chart and seeing a quick move real quick. But let's take this over to the daily. I'll be getting sidetracked, so just remind me. Geez. All right, so looking at the daily, if you was looking at the daily, once it hit right here at this 50 mark percent at 62.87, it is your entry. 62.87 is still an entry. Right now is going to be a bounce entry. You will want to come down to it and boom, and it'll come right back up. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. Damn, I should have never took it off another one. Let's go to, give me 7 candles on this one. So, Apple, since Apple's down now, and this is another reason why, let me show you guys, I keep my after hours on, right here. I don't use these, because if I use this, well, it's showing me right now, showing me where Apple's at, obviously, but I use extended hours so I can see exactly where my move is at, what happened, and how the candles are playing out, right? Because this is a beautiful setup, right? Because if Apple holds this, they take out this PMG. Remember, we just talked about it, right? They take out that PMG and then mirror this candle and come back into a nice zone to their 50% retracement, right? So, and I'm getting confused real quick. Isn't they? Oh, that's what it is. This confused me because I forgot that I changed my colors. It's a red candle, but I used to have these a different color, purple. That's what it was. So it kind of confused me. But this is a bearish candle. So sorry, I was saying this the opposite way. It already gave you your move. I truly apologize because I just said it in a bullish way instead of a bearish way. It gave you your 50% retracement. Once it came in, it took out all your targets. PMG, it just didn't take this one out. I apologize. I feel bad for that. It's just because my candle colors changed, but you can see it. This is a PMG right here. And once it came down to your 50% retracement right here, boom, it just flushed right through. But let me bring you down to a smaller time frame so you can see how it's going to play right here. Look how many times it touched. Like it didn't want to break it at first. And it was already oversold. That's another reason it was taken. Oh no, it broke it right here. Look how it flushes. Check your RSI. Let me bring it up a little bigger. Right here, boom. As soon as it comes to your 50% retracement, it's literally right here at your RSI. And this is my 25 mark. A lot of people are gonna have the 30 mark all the way up there. So they're already thinking like it's gonna bounce. But I just recently changed that not too long ago. But right when it broke the 25%, it flushed out and just gave you so much money and took out all its targets. And if you go over here, you have, this is how you find targets. I'm sorry, because I'm not talking about that right now. You find your targets within candles and it's always to your left, always to your left, always to your left. I'm gonna say that one more time. All your targets are to your left. Never look to your right, it's always to your left. I'm gonna say it again. All your targets are to your left. And when I mean that, here, before I even start drawing them out, what I mean that is, say the candles are trading and they're just like this, all your targets are to your left. Never look, because there's no candles over here. It's always to your left. Even when you're seeing these new candles, to your left, always look to your left. So now let me show you how it took out all these candles. And these are your targets. And you're gonna see, I'm gonna do so many chart classes, and you're gonna see I'm gonna talk about the same thing, and it's always gonna be the same targets. It's gonna be the bottom of my wicks. My targets are the bottom of each candle's wick. And this is a PMG. And you can see how it's going to take them out perfectly. So these are our targets that we're trying to take out. So once we drew our targets, like say we was just looking at it, oh, bullish flag, this is a lot of dumb money right now, nothing's happening. And you're like, you know what? Well, I think it's gonna drop though. So I'm gonna just go ahead and go and try to take out those targets, right? And I'll show you your entry points and stuff like that. So boom, as soon as the market opens, let's find 930. Right here, 930, this candle right here. So as soon as the market opens, I'm not gonna give you an entry. What I'm saying, you could do entries on this one, but this is gonna be a continuation entry. So at market open, you could have took your next candle's 15-minute right here at 9:35. You could have took it at the break of this candle. And I'll just say this before your entries to any play that you're trying to choose is the previous target high. I mean, the previous candle's high or low. Literally, that is our entry. That's your entry, and those are your stops as well. So, like, basically, if we were gonna take this for a put, and we say we're gonna enter in right here, draw a line, and I'm gonna make it yellow. The green are our targets. The red is our 50% retracement. We're entering right here at the break of this candle. If I bring it to a smaller time frame, it probably give me a setup, and I'll do it in a few. But boom, we're entering right here. We break. We're taking out targets. These targets got taken out after hours. So let me go ahead and give you new target. This one, this big old candles is going to be smaller targets in here on a three-minute time frame. But it's just the bottom, literally the bottom of each one of your candles. That's all it goes for. And every time it takes one out, look, every time it takes it out, it'll retrace. It'll retrace a little bit. And when you see them like this is not part of the strat. This is just a strategy that I use. But at the bottom of the wick, I'll take that little opening too. And I'm like, nah, I'll take that. So and it's just so I don't get faked out too quickly, right? So entry right here. We enter, we start flushing out, we hit 50% retracement rule. So that was also a double entry, like, oh snap, retracement, I'm taking this all down, right? And you just take out those targets and you just stay in your trade until you get there. And when you have a big gap like this, sometimes you'll see lines on my screen. If you don't mind, please mute your mic. What I do is, I don't want to lose my play, so let's put a highlighter right here. Take it to what I do is, if I got a nice little gap right there and I'm just like, nah, bro, I want to be able to trim, I take it to a 3-minute time frame or a 1 minute. But I don't trade it, right? I do, but I don't like telling people that. All right, this is where I was. I might have to take it to a 1 minute. You see what I mean? That was the gap right here that we had. We didn't have no wicks. Now we found wicks because we went to a smaller time frame. Now I can get out my trade quicker. And then remember my little rule was my rule. Boom, at the bottom of the wick, you get it right there. I'm greedy and put it right there. And now when I'm on this 3-minute time frame or a different time frame, if I'm getting small candles, delete that. Where am I? If I'm getting small, oh geez, I keep forgetting to unlock it. It was like somewhere in here. If I'm getting, oh, it's not giving it to me right now, but you see how this is at market open. Well, it's not market open. is a different day at 45, 9:45. You can see how it gives you your move quickly. Boom, 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 boom. Just don't get greedy. Take your money and run. I don't care if it's 10%. Take your money and run, because when you build your account and you're able to buy 10, 30, 40, 50 contracts and you take 10%, you no longer will start thinking that 10% is nothing, right? So let me go ahead and talk about some. Oh snap! I forget to go through these things. Gee, oh, D-Wiz been in here. Moody Mara on May 2nd, 30-minute. Oh, bro, God bless you.
So if you're taking your profits at 10%, do you jump back in? I mean, clearly Apple was falling to the streets today. So would you would you have got back in, or would you just stayed in there?
My bad, got sidetracked. So you asking me if I would have took, okay, I see what you're trying to say. Would I take all of my profit at 10%? Is what you're asking?
You would have taken some profit, is what you're saying, not
yeah.
Okay.
I'm a trim at 10%.
Gotcha.
Right? Like, it just depends on how I feel. If I got like 50 contracts, and I hit 10%, if the candlesticks don't make me feel comfortable, like if they're just like really small and consolidating, I might just go ahead and trim like 7, or I might take a whole 10. I like to trim 10 at a time sometimes. Or I might take 5. You know, it just all depends, because I'll be looking at the end goal. I have paper hands, and I know I have paper hands. So to be honest with you, I try to take majority of all my money off the table. You know, I hold runners, but the runners that I hold are like, even if it's 5 runners that I'm holding, even if I go like 20%, 25% down, I'm not going to lose on my trade. I'm still like breaking even. I'm not breaking even. I'm still in profits from that trade, but those runners, they basically break even and they don't make no profits, if that makes sense. So like, and it all depends on your portfolio size. And I'm trying to choose my words wisely, because if I say certain things, you're gonna really know my portfolio size. But it just depends on like what you're able to trade with, right? A golden, well, I wouldn't say a golden rule. Once you feel comfortable trading, man, put up $1,000. And when I say put up $1,000, like, and you possibly can't do that, right? And I understand that. We will definitely help you grow your account, but I like to trade with $1,000 or more. And what I mean that is behind the contracts, whether the contract is going to give me 100, 50, 40, I like to normally put $1,000 to $2,000 behind a trade. And if I put any more money behind that, I'm running out of that. I'm jumping out quickly. It's an in and out robbery, because they're going to rob me if I don't.
So, okay. So like, for instance, like BAC, a Ford, I can name trying to think of some of them on the top of my head that are like super, that where you can buy.
I'm a rape.
Yes, you can buy hella.
I'm gonna kill those. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm gonna kill them.
You
here, take a picture. Keep talking, but take a picture of this, because you're saying the right things right now. Keep talking. My bad.
So you would, so like with the Apple was actually lightweight cheaper in the options this week too, but
Thursday and Friday.
Yeah. So you still would do at 10%, you would still shave off every 10%? Because that's for me, that's my biggest issue is taking my profits. One take my profits along the ride, but then getting to a point where, okay, sometimes my exit can be a little like shaky because on the pull up, when it's ready to start pulling up, like, because some like Apple, she's one of those ones for me. She's just not loyal. She kind of like, she's like SPY. She will flip on you and give you a crazy candle out of nowhere. On the opposite. So I'm just trying to.
Nah, I feel you. You excited? You money. I dig it. So what I would tell you is, let me go to a 5-minute time frame. I want to go to a different day. I don't want to be on this stuff. Jeez, give me a whole different day, Apple. I don't like to know. Like, I know what Apple did. I don't want to know what it's doing right at the moment if I'm gonna talk about it.
And do you
So
do out the money, or are you an in the money trader?
bruh, in the money, out the money, at the money. I don't care. I just want the money.
I got you. Okay.
So my bad, I was just joking. What makes me choose my contracts is the Greeks. That's what I care about, the Greeks.
Okay.
So it's like I may see a contract at the money or out the money, and I'm like, ooh, it's super cheap. I like that.
Yeah, me too. I'm the same way. Okay.
When in the money, and I'm gonna be like, I like you better. The data's good. I'm not gonna lose that much money. I'm putting a little bit more money up, and then the Greeks are way better. You telling me I'm gonna make what? $80 off of a dollar move? Let's go.
Hey, Moody, somebody asked about snow. If you could pull it up in the chat.
Absolutely, definitely will. So real quick, just to like answer your questions, like me just looking at the chart like this, because that's also what's gonna help me take my percentages, right? Morningstar, that's making me feel bullish, but I'm gonna take some profits right there, right? And this is, and the thing is, sometimes I'm out the trade, and I wish I was still in to take more profits, but I didn't have enough contracts, right? So I'm gonna take some right there. I'm gonna also on this candle's high, I'm gonna take some right there. And the reason why, let me draw it so you can see, because I don't think I'm explaining that. That's this high right here. Once I get over it with this candle, I'm taking profit. This high right here, once I get over it, I'm taking profit. You see? That's why I said it on that one, taking profit. This candle, I would have to go all the way back up. Is a gap, what? Taking profit. But I don't take profits. When I do gaps, people would probably, well, not people, I used to do it all the time, right? I'll try to go for the whole gap fill. Like up here, I don't do that no more. I go for the bottom of that resistance of these candles, like right there or right here. Because you see what it's doing it perfectly. You can see how it's just stopping at those things. Before it fills gap, you can see, look, even right here, watch this. Look at the support it has on it. Look at when it comes down, look at the support right here. I just drew that one from that one, right? These levels matter. Candlesticks matter. Like, that's why I like the strat. Once I learned how to trade the strat, I started like doing more back testing. I started saying like, oh my God, all of this stuff really matters. Like, it's okay that it's been taken out, but it's gonna that level right here. And that was the, because we're talking about patterns today, right? What is this, Kelvin? This is a, let's not talk, that's a reversal, but it's a tweezer bottom pattern, right? Tweezer bottoms, tweezer bottoms, tweezer bottoms, tweezer bottoms. The tweezer bottoms are bullish patterns. And then you found a tweezer bottom with, anybody know what that is?
Start head and shoulders right there.
Exactly. Off of what? Bullish. What's this pattern right here? I said it about 5 times.
Tweezer.
Tweezer bottoms. There we go, man. Y'all gonna make me start doing giveaways. Stop playing. So tweezer bottoms right here, right? So now that you have a tweezer bottom, and we are seeing the inverted head and shoulder, well, we're not going to see this one right here. We're going to see that. You also have, what is this? Higher lows. What would you call this? Let's not think of a pattern. I've been saying it.
Channel. The PMG.
Yep. PMG.
Pivot machine gun.
Pivot machine gun. Appreciate you, Wiz. Now I'm saying pivot machine gun off of a bullish pattern drop right here, going back up, right? And you know your targets. That's a target right here, this wick. Look, let me draw them out so you can see how it just takes them out. Boom, 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 boom. You got more up there, but
Moody.
Yeah.
As you're selling your contract, let's say you're in a call, the bars are going up. You're selling into the call, right? Like, I mean, like you're trimming as because when you sell a contract, guys, you have to sell while it's going up. If you're in calls, you have to, because you'll get filled a lot easier unless you're using.
Hey, bro, I'm sorry to cut you off. Can you repeat everything you just said from the beginning again?
Oh, you didn't hear me?
No, I did. I just want
Okay.
I want you just to repeat it.
Okay, no problem. What I'm saying is that when you're in a call, and let's say the stock is going up, you're about to trim a contract, you want to sell into it going up, because the contract, sometimes you can put in a sell order, right? And if the stock goes down, it won't fill you. So you want to sell into it going up. Is that what you do? Or do you set when you trim, do you set a stop at that percentage that you want and then you trim? What do you do?
I do exactly what you just said. I'm selling on green candles. I'm selling as the candles getting higher and higher and taking out targets. So like, say if this was my target, I'm not waiting for that next candle to take profits. Say I entered in like up here somewhere, or let's just say I entered in right here at this target. As soon as it hits this target, I'm taking profits. I'm not waiting to see if it's running up. I'm not waiting for a wick to come down, because if it wicks down, I'm gonna lose my profit.
Right, with Webull, it's sometimes a little bit tricky, because let's say the contract's at 0.68 and it's running up, and you put in your sell order to fill at, let's say, 0.69. Soon as that stock can drop, soon as you put in your sell order for 0.69, goes back down to 0.65. Now you got a sell order just sitting there. That's what sucks. Sometimes I want to take profit, and that sell order won't fill because it just dropped a little bit. I'm almost on like, what, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that happens to me too. So I'm gonna tell you a trick, but if you do this trick, do not get at my ass, bro. All right. All right, so one thing that
Thinkorswim has that has bracket orders, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm like, should I go to Thinkorswim, because they'll take you out at 20% automatically, but I like Webull though.
Yeah, I like TD Ameritrade. TD Ameritrade do the same thing too, and it lets your money go up by 50-cent increments instead of $1.
Yeah,
so you take your money out quicker. And then another thing that I like about TD Ameritrade is that, like what you were saying, let's say the contract prices is at 68 and I want to get in at 66 or 67. I'll sometimes it won't fill me, especially if I'm trying to buy like 5 or 10. Well, not 10, it'll normally fill. But if I'm trying to buy anything less than that, it won't fill me. But like, let's say I'm trying to buy 10 or 30 or 50 contracts, and the premium is at like 68, it'll fill me in and throw me in my trade for like my average cost will be like 67.50. That's why I like TD Ameritrade.
Yeah, see, my friend has he has a buy order, because we do a lot. I trade a lot of pre-market highs and pre-market lows. So he'll set his buy order at the pre-market high to anticipate that run over it. You know what I mean? So that's some cool things that Thinkorswim does. But what was your trick on Webull?
Oh, not on Webull. I do this on TD Ameritrade.
Okay, got you.
It's gonna work on Webull too. And you're gonna understand because you're trading. So what I do is, like, let's say I got in at 0.68, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't set stop losses. My stop loss is gonna be, let me show some candles so you can see it though. My stop loss is gonna be on an alert. Why is it not popping up? Oh, it's gonna be one of these. As soon as I hit this on my TD Ameritrade, beep, I'm jumping out. Ooh, hold on. I'm jumping out my trade. I'm not gonna look at a different time frame and see if I'm gonna get a bounce or anything. It's just like, I'll show you what I did on American Airlines. But the trick that I do is, say is at 0.68. I hate doing this sometimes, but I do it a lot. I'll just go ahead and put a sell order in for how many contracts I want to sell at like 0.75, 0.77. And the reason I say that
on Webull,
on TD Ameritrade,
okay,
I'm more than positive it should do it on Webull too. I'll go back to Snow. I won't forget. So to the 1 minute chart. So when you say put a sell limit order in for that price, one is not going to sell it if the price does not hit it, right?
Exactly.
But the thing is, let's say it ran up and it went to, I forgot what I said, but let's say I put my sell limit at 0.75 from 60. Let's say it went to 0.74. I'm on 1 minute. Watch this. I'm gonna just draw. They're gonna get hit, but I'm gonna just draw them. I'm gonna try to catch this so I can show you something. All right, I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this right here. Look. Watch how you see how it's getting taken out. You see how that target just got taken out. Look. Dang, it's not gonna do it right now. You see that? Look at where the candle's at. It's up there, but it's taking me out my trade. Like it's telling me that, hey, it's look, but it's running. You see that? That's why I do that, because we don't know the real price, right? So when I set it at 0.75 and it's at 0.73, I go look and I'd be like, oh snap, it just filled 7 of my orders because the price is moving. If that makes sense.
It does. On Weevo, it doesn't let you do that, unfortunately.
Oh, they suck. But try it on TD Ameritrade, man. Like
I might have to.
Yeah, and that's why I showed it to you on a chart, like so you can see it, because I can tell you that we're not on real time, but it's best if I just like do this and you see the candle get hit, and then you see like
what I do with Weevo is I buy the call, I set my stop loss first, and then as I see the contract moving up, then I start moving my stop loss up manually as I go. And that's the best way that it's worked for me. And then I start putting it at break even once I'm in profit, and I start letting it ride, and then I start moving my stop loss in profit. But I'm kind of it's a little limited. So I might have to go to Thinkorswim.
I do the same thing as well. I move my stop losses just like you do as well. Just depending on the time frame that I'm on. As I start getting into profits, like I'll just drag my alert up, right? Not right there, because obviously I'm gonna get stopped out my trade, putting it right there.
Yeah.
Long story short, I do that. I do the same thing as well. You're doing the right thing by doing that, right?
Always.
And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give a chart class live like this. But long story short, I'm trying to think if did I answer all your questions?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Oh, what's the other part I didn't answer then?
No. You did.
Oh,
I just wanted to see, because I see you trade on Weevo, so.
No, I trade on TD Ameritrade, and I use.
It's Zay that trades on Weevo. That's right.
Yep. Yep. He be killing that thing.
I have a follow-up question to that, Moody.
What's up?
So I was just watching how you were adding like in the alert. So what I'm hearing, because I just put in the chat how I have like I'll be in profit in the moment I like sell, it'll like close out, and then I'm like in a loss. And then today I like literally broke even with everything I closed while I was trying to close out in profit. So it looks like you're closing out as the candle is going up, like it's green, it's a bullish candle, but by the time it like actually closes, that's how you're securing your profit, because the candle isn't complete, if that makes sense.
I'm gonna try to answer that and see if I understood what you were saying. So like,
okay.
I think what she's saying is you have to sell as it's going up into, like, if I don't know what platform you're in, but you have to sell into the call. So that's what always has helped me sell faster. Once it's going up,
sell
I start
into
putting
the bullish.
sell into the bullish, the upper move. That's what will get you filled. If you get a pullback, you won't get filled. So you don't want to get greedy. This is the part where I always got greedy and I never sold. So you have to just start selling once you're in the profit. Sell when it's going up, and then trim. That's what I do.
So in short, so that everybody's understand, they're saying that you sell as the candle before the candle is fully completed, correct?
Look at the screen real quick. I'm literally trying to show you it in live. Look at the screen. Take your profits. Take your profits. Take your profits right there. It just went right here to another, well, it's not no support. Take profits right here before you start seeing that wick. Before it wicks down, take you some profits. Just watch. Look, we got 10 seconds on this chart. Take profits. You trim your contracts right here. We'll watch the next candle come up.
Hey, Moody, but also when you've been a strat trader, you taking profits on target. So when you hit specific targets, that's when you're exiting out of trade or trimming some of your contracts.
Correct. Sometimes I do take them before targets, just like I was saying, like take like right here is to go ahead and take profits. Right there, sometimes I'll go ahead and take my profits. I don't need to wait to do that because it's only going to give me like an extra like $1 or $2 or $1.50 on each one of my contracts, right? Like I was just trying to explain what he was saying. Like right here, you want to take, you see how I just wicked a little bit? No, that was just this. But you want to take some profits on green candles like this. You don't want to start taking your profits when it wicks down. Because if you do, the only way to get out that trade on the limit or it's not going to be on a limit order, it's going to be on a market order. You know what I'm saying? See, look, you should have took profits right there because it pulled back on you a little bit. That was a take profit, and that's what I was just trying to show you live with the guy was saying, because what he's saying is very, very accurate. A lot of people will end up doing this where they see this candle and it starts running and they're like, yes, we're taking out target. Once it starts wicking down, they want to start taking profits. And now they can't get out their trade. And they're like, man, what the heck? And then they get out their trade and they can't because the price continues to go lower and lower, but you're trying to get out at the ask or at the premium and you can't. But you can always get out at ask or premium when the candle is actually running. Because when it's running, it's normally higher than where it's saying that it is. If that makes sense. Let me bring it over to Snow. And hey, dude, I don't know who, what's your name that you that keeps chiming in?
Diego.
Yeah, oh, it's Diego. Got you. I ain't gonna forget.
Yeah, I'm in the Wealth on Mars Discord. He's taught me a lot about things like that. So yeah, I just chime in and whatever, like, because I was in the same position. You'll try to sell it and it'll come down, and then all of a sudden it's gonna mess with your psychology, and you're gonna freak out that your profits are going. You're giving them back to the market. That's why like that helped me out a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Before I go through the chat, bro, D-Wiz, thank you so much for engaging in the chat and just answering those questions. Somebody wanted me to pull up Snow. What was your question on Snow? Did you want me to chart it? Was you wanted me to just give you an analyzation so I can give you what you need? Okay, so let me just.
His message said he just wanted you to draw some support and resistance.
Can you draw some support? Yeah, just found it. Thank you so much. Support and resistance. Okay, cool, no problem. That's super easy. Since I'm on a daily chart, I'm gonna draw my support and resistance off of my opening and my close. I don't use wicks for support and resistance because that's just price action. That's a fake out move, right? Just like right here. So anytime I draw support and resistance is going, like if I'm on a daily chart, really on any chart, on any time frame. If it's on a smaller time frame, I might tend to use a wick. It just depends. I have to go to it to see it, but this is how I'm going to start my support and my resistance. Bring it a little bit higher, like right here, right? So that's how I draw support and resistance. I always use the last candle. Sorry, I should have said that. Always use your last candle. Don't use this candle. Don't use none of these old candles because you want the support and resistance that you're playing in that day, right? Even if you take it to your weekly, you can draw not support and resistance, but like your high and your low just to know like, and you would, one thing I tell people is when you start when you start drawing on your charts, know where you're drawing them at and go like color code them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, why did I choose white, pink? And you see, you can tell that I learned from Sarah Sniper because she used pinks on her weeklies. I'm the type of person that whoever I learn something from, I will let you guys know so you can learn from them as well. So like you can do that too. And I'm just showing you different things that you can do, right? And you can take it over to like your hourly, and now you know this is your support and resistance on your daily, right? Because that was the yellow ones that we drew and we're on the hourly. We know that this is our high of the week and our low of the week, right? And we're also seeing that that's where we're playing at. Head and shoulders, drops, breaks, didn't break neckline. Well, no, it did. This is your neckline. I'll delete it though. Your neckline on your head and shoulders, shoulder, head, shoulder. This is your neckline, breaks neckline, gives you a morning star pattern. My favorite pattern to trade because that's the 2-2 reversal or 3-2-2 reversal. And boom, you know what I'm saying? It didn't reject the head and shoulders. It just didn't keep plummeting down. It did what it did, broke its neckline, came down to another support, and then ran all the way up, right? So that's how I draw support and resistance. But I know you're going to be day trading, so let me delete these pink ones because tomorrow's Friday. This
Hey,
is your
Rudy. I mean,
yeah.
if whenever you get the chance, I sent you that crowd chart, and
Yeah,
okay, yeah. Just let me know. I'm just walking away for a second.
I got you. I'm gonna pull it up after this one.
Okay.
So this chart is ugly. It just keeps breaking. You have some support right here. And even though I have my cursor right here, I'm looking at this. I'm sorry. I was looking at all these little taps right here and how it's just breaking. And then I like this, how it respected it, came down here, and then it ended up breaking. So that's some good support, right? So you will want to break this. If you're going for calls, you will want to take it over this. And if it goes over this, you're going to be fine because what is this again? PMG. And then you're going to mirror this candle. You're going to stop right here at that support. I mean, at that resistance. As you see, anytime it came down here, as you see, this is your entry right here, how it was support and still came back, went up there and retraced again. So that's the move for them, right? If you want to go to the downside now, you have to go to the left. Like I always like saying, you got to go to the left. Go to a bigger time frame. That smaller time frame is going to fake you out. Your entry, nah, this is a bullish setup though, right? 2 down, 1, 2 up. Minimize my screen, minimize this screen. Two down, 1, 2 up. 2 down, red to green. Take you back, red to green, right? Red to green, red to green, red to green. I'm just doing that on purpose so you, like y'all can catch that concept. Yeah, that's what if you want to take it to the downside, your entry would be right here at this pink line, and you can take a picture of this. It'll be 164.17 to take you to this target right here, which is not like a huge move. Well, $2 move. Yeah. To take you to that move, right? And let me not draw it like this because this is gonna throw me off. We're gonna use that one as an entry and then target. I gotta go bigger time. You don't have to go bigger time frame, but it's easier when you do that because you'll get your target quicker. Daily. Jesus Christ. Let's go to weekly. That's the lowest it's been. See, and I'm not even noticing that. Snow is bottoming out. Right? Anytime you've seen snow bottom out, it rised again, right? So snow is actually something good to be looking at, but the direction right now is still 2 down for the week, but it's holding pretty strong. It's only right here, right? So I would say be patient with snow. Still full time frame continuity, as you see right here. All time frames are selling. Let me go to a bigger time frame, see what's really going on. Dang. I wouldn't play this to the downside though. And the only reason I wouldn't play it to the downside is because I have no targets. It's in no man's land. Just like if it was in blue skies, it's in price. This is called price discovery. It is trying to realize what is price discovery. Yes, if you're looking at this, a lot of people would be like, dang, slick double bottom, right? Because it's a bigger time frame. Slick double bottom, possibly gonna go up next month or in the next week or something, but it's something that you just want to be patient with. And this is the only target that I found to the downside, 62, 63. You don't have no other targets. So like, even if you want to play it to the downside, you want to take this target out, let it do whatever it does, let it come back up. Now you have more targets to the downside. So yeah, there goes a PMG right there. One candle took it out. Also, the 4 hour time frame is one of my favorite time frames for Morningstar patterns. I will develop and see what time frames are like best for certain patterns. But I know for a fact that the 4 hour time frame, when you see a morning star or evening star, and this is a morning star, let me go ahead because that doesn't mean y'all know that. Morning. Oh, dude. Well, this is a morning star pattern. You normally find a small candle. Is a doji. Is a doji you're supposed to find. But I like to simplify candlesticks and I like to simplify patterns, right? So a morning star is when you get one big red candle down and then you get a small candle in the middle. And it's 9 times out, well, I wouldn't say 9 times out of 10. A lot of times it's like a little small gap to it. A lot of times, right? And then you get one green candle straight back up. It literally mirrors the candle to its left, right? Just like you're seeing it right here. And it doesn't have to mirror it all the way. It doesn't have to go all the way to the top of it, right? It could go to the middle of it. It's still a morning star. And a morning star is like a bullish pattern. Like when you get a morning star, it's normally supposed to continue to go up, but that doesn't mean it's going to go up. But that's what it typically does. That's what the pattern likes to do. Evening star is when you find it upside down. And basically how I look at them, the evening star, the sun is setting. The morning star, the sun is rising, right? Once I see a little star right here, the sun starts to rise. The sun starts to set, right? So it's basically the same thing. That's going to be a morning star right here. And the morning star is a 3 pattern candle. And when I was talking about the strat, this is why I say I like 2-2 reversals, because this will be a morning star, right? You see the candlestick right here, star, drop down, morning stars, evening stars, evening stars, evening stars, reversals, evening stars, morning stars, morning stars. So once you start learning all of these patterns, well, you don't have to learn all these patterns. Once you learn the strat and you start learning certain patterns, you start learning like, oh snap, these patterns are, these combinations are literally the patterns. Oh, I was talking about morning stars. Oh yeah, 4 hour. So morning star pattern right here, you see it? And how it mirrored it. It should keep going up, but this is also a 4 hour time frame. On a smaller time frame, you'll see them keep going up unless it's like super bullish and it just wants to go up. Like you'll probably have to catch it like somewhere. I was trying to find a crazy run up, like kind of like right here, but it's not like no perfect morning star. If I was to go to a smaller time frame and keep it here, this is going to turn into a morning star because it's the pattern, right? Like that. So that's something that you can also use to your advantage. Like when the candles closes and you see like, oh, it looks like it's setting me up for a morning star. You know, you can wait for the next day, right? Because the way you trade a morning star is by waiting for the break. And that's the way I trade a morning star because I'm a strat trader, right? Is when I break the previous high of the previous candle, get in, take it out, take that target, take your money right there. And you could have took a little bit of money right there because it still kept pushing, right? So that'd be a morning star pattern. And it happens all day, every day in the chart. Especially on, it doesn't matter what time frame, it happens all day. And all these patterns that we mentioned happen all day. Like, look, that was a clear one, morning star. And then that's why I was saying, like, I was trying to find the run up, but morning star. See it? See the star? Boom, run up. But then it fell into a head and shoulders. But this head and shoulders, look, shoulder, head, shoulder, rejected off this bull flag. Pole, flag, breakout. So that's another thing I should have mentioned as well. Just because you see the pattern does not mean that it's going to complete all the way through. Patterns are just patterns. Price action is better than patterns, right? Bear flag. Whenever you see patterns like this, these are bear flags, like pull, and you see little small candles like do trying to go back up, short. Those are bear flags. This is a morning star, and it gave you it gave you the move that it was supposed to give you. This was the most beautifulest morning star because it just kept running up and taking out all those PMGs. Then try to give you another one. And you see, and it fell into a bullish flag, cup and handle, right? Let me go into the chat real quick. Jeez, I gotta go to Diego's things just to add to the diagnosis. Appreciate you, D-Wiz. I already know you killing it. Hey, bro, I appreciate everything. I gotta, yeah, no problem, bro. Appreciate you too. Appreciate you, Wiz. Told you, my boy, not playing.
Hey, another question, and by the way, this is amazing.
I appreciate it.
How protective are you of your capital? So if you're in a day trade, are you buying option with that with an expiry of that week or a week out?
It just to answer the first question, how protective I am with my capital, really just depends on if I made my money for the week. Like this week, I made my money for the week and last week already, so I'll be riskier because I'm playing with profits. But what was the other part of your question? Say that one more time.
Do you buy your option expirations if you're doing a day trade? Do you buy expiration a week out or for the same week?
All right, so if I ever day trade a weekly contract, I'm day trading it. I'm not planning on swinging it unless it's Monday or Tuesday. If you see me playing, and I was telling people take a picture of this right here. The reason I was saying it is because these are all small account builders. All these stocks right here will build your account. And what I mean by that is like they're just cheap. And Macy's, DBX, American Airlines, Delta Airlines, Box, all these contracts are extremely cheap. Like even on, when I say cheap, I'm not talking about Thursday and Friday cheap. I'm talking about Monday is cheap, where it's like $30, $20 a contract. You know what I'm saying? Maybe $50 a contract, like kind of close to the money, right? So you want to, those kind of contracts right there, I'll look at the Greeks. I'm going to do another option class and record it too. I know that'll help everybody as well, but you want to look at the Greeks, right? And man, I just got sidetracked. I'm sorry. Oh, on Monday.
They got good spreads too.
Yeah, they got absolutely. Small account builders always got great spreads. Maybe $5, $7, $3 spreads. They're very tight. Possibly 10, but they're normally some tight spreads and really good and can get your order filled in pretty quickly. That's why I play them a lot. I'd rather play a small account builder and buy a whole bunch of contracts than to go play Tesla.
You were about to say something about Greeks.
Yeah, thank you. And yo, you nice because you see, like, I just be bouncing everywhere. So with the Greeks, on Mondays, that's what I was saying. So say like on Macy's or DBX on a Monday, DBX not right now. I think they're about to have earnings, so their implied volatility is up. But like let's say like Macy's or American Airlines, something like that, that they're not around earnings or earnings is not coming up. Even on Mondays, their contracts are going to be cheap. So you could look at the Greeks and look at the theta. And of course, the delta and the gamma is going to be beautiful for you and it's going to allow you to make money, right? But that theta is going to be extremely low, especially on a Monday on that small account builder, right? So say what I like to do, if I know that stock, if I feel like it's going to be bullish for the rest of the week or throughout the week, I'm going to buy I'm going to buy the contract that's in the money or right at the money. I'm not even trying to go out the money to get it in the money, right? Because you're going to make way more money. Like, let's just say you bought the $25 call and it was in the money and you paid $70 for it, but your theta was only $4. As you continue to go in the money, your theta gets lower to like about, I don't know, what I said was that like $7 or $4. It'll probably go down to like $3. Just go to the option contracts and click the ones in the money and keep going in the money. Go in the money about 3 times and see how that theta starts to drop and your delta continues to rise. Your gamma will drop, but your delta continues to rise, right? So those small account those small account builders, and when I'm saying small account builders are stocks that don't move a lot, that they move normally $1 a day or less. Those are small account builders, and the Greeks are best on those contracts. So what I would do, just to finish answering your question, if I know that I am day trading and I know that for a fact I'm day trading, I'm in and out this trade, I'll go weekly to make more percentage, right? But let's just say I tend to always go next week, and it's because the contracts are just better. You know, I don't know what the market is going to do. I'm just reading the charts and following the data that I know how to read and the setups that I know how to read, right? So let's just say it was this PMG and I thought it was going to go up, right? And let's just say I got in right here and I'm getting profits, but I'm still not taking no profits right here, right? And it's a weekly contract. If I go through this consolidation, it's gonna kill my contract, right? Because it has to continue to go your directions for you to have money. If I go next week, like for American Airlines, we opened up automatically like 30% down. I was like, fuck, me on my account, I wasn't tripping. I was like, damn, man, I hope not a lot of people grab that play. I was like, I don't want them to lose. And I'm like, dang, because I really care about y'all winning. Right. And dang, I deleted all my alerts though. I'm trying to find out. Let me go to the 5 minute. I got out somewhere right here because I seen let me see. No, it was because if that PMG faked me out, I remember because I should have got out right here. It was somewhere right around. I can't remember. It's just I took off my alerts. Let me see. I know for a fact I didn't let us die all the way down here. I got out somewhere up here because I seen it was like failing to eat up a PMG. It could have, nah, that's too early. That's when it faked me out. It could have been around here. No, it was either here or here. I just can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was probably here because yeah, it failed that 212. And I remember, yeah, it was here. It was here because I remember looking at the bearish flag and I went to the 1 minute time frame, and then I also didn't break this high. And I was like, nah, I'm not going through it. And then look what happened. I could have just waited and like cut for a smaller loss, but it is what it is. I don't, we don't control the chart, so anything can happen. I kind of got sidetracked on what I was trying to say. So you could just remind me, or if anybody has any other questions, but when it comes to trading options, I would tell you always go next week. If you don't know how to trade and you're learning, go next week. Don't worry about, oh, I'm not gonna get the percentages that the weekly's making. The weekly will make 100%, you'll make at least 70. Come on now. Don't play yourself. Reward yourself.
You got a couple questions in the chat, Moody.
Thank you.
And can you scroll down on your scroll up on your small account holder list?
Yeah. You have to be approved for spreads, correct? Yes. Doing options trading. Yes. When you say small account, what is a dollar? What is a dollar is considered as a small account, 5K or less. When I'm saying small account, I'm talking about these stocks, small accounts. I'm talking like mostly like that the stock does not run that much. Like Tesla is not a small account. Tesla is for large accounts and it's very volatile, right? Tesla can move $30 in one day. All right, so let's just take it over to a weekly. And I'm gonna answer that question too. That extra, I'm just telling you what I was talking about. Go to a weekly. I said Apple. American Airlines don't really move. If anything, they moved last week $1.41, $1.18. That's a small account builder. $2.41. That's a small account builder. $2.74. And it's always going to give you two close to $3 moves when it's at like support running up, like at demand. I have to fix my chart because this was my demand zone right here. That was demand. but they created a new demand. So, but they kind of respected it right here. So I just got to draw some new demand, but this is supply, but supply just got bigger. So I got to draw it up here. That's what I'm trying to tell him. Oh yeah. So you go to Macy's, you see that I'm on a weekly chart. They don't move much. That's what, 40 cents? Oh, $1? No, 35 cents. And that's going to be from like its opening and close, like of the whole entire week, not like the run up that it did or the drop that it did. So 10 cents, $1.43. You see, look, I'm gonna just run through it. Like it don't move that much. Now, oh, let me just do it this way because I know she wants me to scroll down on that. Bro, why is it popping up on there? I can't spell today. Tesla, $2 move, right? But we know it ran more than that, but that don't matter. That was just the opening and close of the week, right? And this week hasn't finished. $134, $20, $40, $59. You get my drift? That's a big account. Somebody playing with $1,000 will blow their account with that. Thinking like, oh no, it's Tesla, I'm gonna make money. This person's saying it, you know, Aristotle killing it. I love him, but you know what I'm saying? He could trade that. But a small account can't, right? And that's what you got to keep in mind. Like Snow, somebody was telling me about Snow. Snow is not a small account. Snow expensive. Or from when I used to trade it, I haven't been trading in a while. Snow is very expensive, right? And let me read your question one more time so I could give you the answer you you really want. I think. Oh, I'm dripping. It's because I'm sharing my screen. So anything to me, an account that's under $10,000 is a small account. A $20,000 account is a small account too. If that's what I just read your question and I don't know if that's like what you was kind of trying to ask, but like, yeah, $10,000 is a small account. Why? Because if you have $10,000, you could trade with $1,000 or you trade with about $2,000. That's using like 20% of your portfolio. Yeah.
Don't forget about my chart, Moody.
Oh, my boy. Yeah, I got you. Boy, he persistent about that. I got to read all these messages. I promise you, if y'all seen this, I'm going to go through them. It's just, I take my time. If I'm going to go through your messages, like, depending on what you ask me, I'm really going to like try to chart up or do whatever you need.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. So right here we have like a before and after, all right? So like you have a wedge coming down. And I was going to ask you, so I traded this. So these are one of my favorite patterns. And you can trade the rejections, you can trade the supports all the way up till the breakout. My question is, where would, like, okay, so this is how I traded it. When I saw, okay, so you have to trade with the SPY and the Qs. You always have to watch, if you have to have market backing. If the market's coming down, you don't want to get in calls. But I saw this in pre-market. It broke over that line that I have drawn. So I knew that I could trade it over pre-market high if I had market backing with it, and that's exactly what I did. How would you get into this play? Do you play these kinds of patterns? This is what I learned from Boyce, from one of my friends, and I trade these all the time, and they're very successful. But I just wanted to see what your opinion was.
Yeah, I trade pattern wedges. I trade any pattern.
Yeah.
You want to talk about this one before I explain all of that stuff? Because I would go to my chart.
Yeah, either one. Either one. I gave you those two right there. That's
Yeah, so that's like a bearish flag to me, even though it's a falling wedge as well. So my trading style is going to be completely different than yours. Just to go back to yours real quick, you're trading high probability trades off of breakouts, which I like. I think it's super dope. I like that you're using your EMAs too. Found some support on your 20. I don't know if this is your 20 on mine's.
That's 20.
Yeah, found some support in the 20, and it's an inside bar, nice bull flag breakout. The way I would have traded, if I'm not, say if I'm just trading and I'm not talking about the strat, I would have traded it exactly like you traded it, breaking your wedge. But me, I possibly would have entered the trade up here because I know that it broke the wedge and then it faked out and came back down. So if I didn't grab this trade at the bottom of your trend line on the wedge, I would have waited to break that high and then I would have entered my trade.
Yeah, with market backing, yeah, you could do that. And
you can do it with market backing and you can also do it without market backing too, bro.
you can, but like I don't really trade without market backing because most of the stocks most of them follow SPY and Q. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I just don't want people to think like, oh, if I'm gonna go trade Apple, I have to have SPY or QQQ pulled up. Yes, it's very good to like do that. Like, right? Say if you're paying for trading views, just split your screen up. Ugh, where's my screen split?
Well, if the market's coming down, I'm not placing calls on Apple because you don't have market backing. That's just me though. That's my opinion. It doesn't mean that everybody's so, right?
Yeah, bro, and you're not wrong at all because you gotta understand. I do the same thing too, bro. Like, say if I'm trading, energy, I'm looking at XLE as well. You know, I'm looking at the ETF of it. If I'm trading Apple, I'm not really looking at SPY. I'll look at SPY, but I'm gonna look mostly at QQQ because it's tech, right? So what you're saying is completely correct. Is like it's not wrong. I was just trying to let you know that you can trade a stock without market backing. Price action is what's gonna determine that. Because when you say it that way,
for sure,
you give the perception of, oh, if you're going to trade a stock, you have to have a correlation stock to go with it. And that can possibly, discourage someone because what if they have ADD or something like that and they can't be watching multiple stocks or things of that nature. So like, but once again, like what you said is 100% correct. Once you learn the market and the market structure and market just price action, you start to realize like, oh, if I'm looking at AMD, NVIDIA, if I'm looking at chips, go ahead and look at QQQ, but go ahead and pull up SMH as well, right? Because that's a semiconductor. You know what I'm saying? Or you can pull up CAT as well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, you're right. Maybe I worded that a little bit wrong. You're right. You don't always have to have market backing for every single stock, but it does definitely help. And what I like about you guys is that you guys trade tight spreads. That's really important if you're trying to build a small account. Definitely, I like that you guys do that. You guys stick to small spreads because I was trading like Snow. They they don't have tight spreads like Enphase, SE. A couple stocks like that. You don't want to really trade those as much.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, and I just was saying, no, you didn't say anything wrong, bro. Don't say that you said something wrong. You was alerting people and acknowledging people that there's more ways of trading and other things that you can do, right? Because what you just said, there's a lot of people that's quiet right now, but could have heard that and said, hey, you know what? That's actually something that I need to start working on right now. So like what you did was extremely great. I was just giving a little more insight to it. That's all, bro.
Oh,
Hey, just to add to that, you're exactly right. Like Moody said, the high probable setup is trading with the trend. So you still have opportunity to trade against the trend, but those high probable trades are more for scalping. So you have to determine, how long you're going to be in the market to actually be profitable.
Yeah. I'm trying to
like one of my boys put in, and he's a very good trader, but he signaled out a call, I think on, I forget what stock it was, but SPY and Q were on a downtrend. And I've made that mistake many times. When I see that QQQ and SPY are on a downtrend, why would I go against the trend? You don't want to trade against the trend. You want to trade with the trend. The trend is your friend. So if anybody like I'm just putting in my 2 cents. That's how I've learned to stay out of trades that just don't make sense. So he made a call, but the whole market's flushing. So of course the stock came down with it. Of course, not every stock is going to come down, but I'm just saying that that's what happened. So the call went, negative, and of course he lost money. But I didn't take it because of that. No market backing.
Yeah, bro. So appreciate you. So let's talk about this pattern. This is the pattern that was on Diego's chart. I believe it was Upstart, and he also had an example on Snow. So it was like a falling wedge, or you could call them falling wedges. This is a falling wedge right here, and also a bearish flag, right? Because you have your pole and it's flagging down. So for instance, I like this one a little bit better because it didn't break out yet. So I can't sit here and try to lie. That's another thing too. If you guys want me to look at charts, please let me know, because I like to talk about charts right here. I don't like to talk about chart, like I'll explain these patterns, but I feel like when you talk about charts right here, you can tell me anything you want to tell me. I want to know what you're going to do right here. So basically, on this one, on this falling wedge, I will wait since it's already falling down off of Head and Shoulders and it's broke its neckline right here, because there's always patterns within patterns. Let me draw it out so you guys can see it. Shoulder, head, shoulder, right? Neckline right here. Once we broke it, we're now in a bearish flag, and it's breaking its bearish flag again. So neckline, breaks, pole. Here, let me draw it. I can't expect y'all to see that. Pole is literally what I like, this big old pattern I've drawn. That's right here. I'm not drawing it like perfectly. I'm just trying to just give you some insights on like where it's at. So pole, let me put it over here so you can see this yellow line. Pole, flag, right? Off of your Head and Shoulders. So basically it's doing what this whole entire pattern is doing right here. So I will want to see this go ahead and bottom out one more time to come down to about, I'll say like 573 and when I'm looking at this, even though you see my cursor right here, I'm looking at the trend, seeing like, okay, can this go down there? Because I know for a fact, we're not about to catch this $3 move right down here, right? Because it's gonna have to take more time. We're on a daily chart, and this is like a penny stock. So it's not gonna move that much. But let's say that this could have been not a penny stock, right? If I wanna play it to the upside, I'm going to wait till I break this trend up here, not this trend, because it's still inside of this range, right? So once I break out of here, right? And also I like the fact that I have my neckline here. Once it breaks out of here, I'll go for that trade, right? Because right here would be a high probability, because we keep talking about the market mirrors itself, right? This candlestick, there's no traffic in my way. Once I break over this, I'll be able to take profits right here at that candlestick, right? So you can just wait for that. You can wait for the breakout and jump in once it breaks out right here, or you can wait for a bounce right here and go ahead and buy. And the only reason sometimes, like if I'm using my broad information, I'll do it. But if I'm trading this pattern, if I buy right here, I'm gonna hold. If it starts breaking down, I'm gonna just go ahead and take a loss. Some people just go ahead and average in, but I had bad experiences averaging in. So I know it's messing with my psyche, so I just don't do it. I'll get back in the rhythm of doing it because I don't want that fear to consume me. But long story short, yeah, you can do that as well. And look, perfect. You see this pattern that we're talking about? Sorry. See the pattern that we're talking about? Here, I'll show you the breakout. It's right here. So let's say, and this is why I say there's patterns within patterns. So right here, when I said I'll wait for that breakout, it happened right here. So I'll show you. Once the candle would have came right here, mind you, we're on a daily chart, so we could have went to a smaller time frame and see the candles that were opening up above this line, I would have went ahead and took that trade and of course I would have drawn my targets to take out all of my targets. But I would have got out.
And where would you get in right there?
Where would I get in right here? I would go to a small.
Yeah.
Let me give you some accurately.
Like what? How would you, if I could rephrase that, how would you find your trigger for the next day? Let's say this is the only pattern. We don't see anything to the right, and we see that it's about to break out. How would you identify your trigger for this?
My trigger's right here. That one bar.
Oh, that's your trigger out of the wedge.
Yep. Because I'm a shrap. Yeah, because that's an inside bar. I would have either took the downside or the upside. As soon as it would have triggered up, I would have took it up there. But I didn't want to tell you on previous data because anybody could lie and just say that, right? So I was going to take it down time frame and tell you exactly what I was going to do.
Okay. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, bro. Let me find my spot. Somewhere in the back right here. Right here. Trust me, bro, I love your questions. Because your questions is like, bro, tell me what you gonna do. Don't just tell me that. All right, so I love it, bro. That's how you should be with anybody. This is your money, right?
Right.
You're investing into this group, so
see, because with that CrowdStrike, I got in where kind of like where your yellow circle is, right? Like I saw it break pre-market at high, and then the pre-market it broke the yellow line, so I knew that with volume and everything, it could jump up, so I got into calls, but I don't know if I did something that I shouldn't have done.
Gotcha. So me, this is at 11:40 in the morning. I wouldn't sit here and lie to you because this is so beautiful. I would have just been like, oh, I took this inside bar right here inside of the wedge. No, I wouldn't have. I would have waited to break this, and I would have waited for that retest. I would have liked it. Yeah, I would have liked it to reversal, right? Because if you remember anything that I've been saying in this chart class, I like reversals and I like morning stars, right? So
yeah.
This is just right here. This is a bullish reversal. Let me move this. 2 down, 2 up, right? And that's my setup. So I would have looked at for that pattern. That's a little morning star pattern. It's just not as perfect as the textbook like these, and also because it's on a smaller time frame. But that doesn't mean anything because it's on a smaller time frame. It'll still be perfect, but that's just me simplifying the setup, right? Because that's a morning star still. So long story short, I would have took that setup right there. I would have tried to grab it at that 2-2 reversal if I couldn't have grabbed it at that 2-2 reversal, because let's say it was just moving slow, it didn't fill my order, I would have had to wait for the break of this 2 up right here. So I would have took this 2 up on this break.
Gotcha. So you're looking for you're looking for confirmation on the way down to retest. I like that. I like that retest.
Yeah, I'm always looking for some type of confirmation or a retest. And it just depends on how I wake up, bro. To be honest with you, I may wake up aggressively and be like, I don't care about this market. I'm trying to do what I do. And I might jump in aggressively. I might jump in my setup. I might jump in at market open. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably wait I'll probably wait while I'm on this 1 minute time frame because I love to read the 1 minute time frame. And let me just take it to some candles wherever you at. Let me get off of this stock. So I would have been looking at the 1 minute time frame, right? And let me just take you to like market open so you can see exactly what I'll be doing. Dang, I missed market open on 1 minute. It's right here after the 15. Bro. Oh, it's the 1 minute, Kelvin. Man, okay, so I'm gonna have to go all the way. Over here, just because we dropped. There we go. That's what I was trying to look for. I was trying to look for all these little small candles, pre-market after hours. So this is all pre-market after hours and things of that nature. First thing, like say if I'm going to be aggressive, I'm gonna chart up my my pre-markets. So this is like my pre-market low right here. And then this is a pre-market high. So I'm looking for calls up there or puts. As soon as the market opened, 9:30, it dropped. What I'm going to do is wait, like I said, the first couple of minutes. I'm not going to try to catch this drop because I know I'm gonna get faked out, right? Because I'll show it to you on the 15-minute time frame. It's gonna be like a big old doji, right? Morningstar, I would have been like, oh, okay, let's see what's gonna happen. As soon as I would have seen the rejection right here, that we couldn't have broke that, I would have jumped in for puts at the high of this candle, right? I would have jumped in and I would have just caught this whole entire PMG. Why? Because this is my setup. This is called a TTO on the strat, triangle day out, right? PMG to the upside. And when I say PMG to the upside, it's like these little minimum PMGs that it's giving you higher lows. One candle or a few candles are gonna come take it out. It in the morning, in the first like hour to hour and a half, you get nothing but TTOs, right? You see it, look, goes up, comes back down, TTOs right back up. It tested it. But I just told you what I would have did. I would have went for puts right here at market open, and I would have took my money right here. I ain't even gonna cap to you, right? But this is forward, so that was not a lot of, I'm just talking candlesticks. Let's make believe it's Apple or something like that, right? I would have took some profits right there. Also, what was I going to explain? TTOs. You can see the TTO started again right here at 9:45, right? So run up off of like, say some supply and demand, drop, base, run up. Once it got right here, this was your PMG right here. See it? Do. TTO straight back down. TTO straight back up. TTO straight back down. See it right there? And that's why I trade the strat, because it literally gives me my setups, and I've been trading for a year now, full time, and that's what I keep seeing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna switch my setup for anything else. And say like right here, you got your RSI breakout. Like I did an RSI class. See the consolidation, 3 white soldiers. It's coming up to your median, right? We're on a 1 minute. Coming up to your median, boom, breaks median. Anytime you break median and you're in a contract and you're going for calls right here, it's gonna flush you out with so much money. It's just gonna start printing you out. That's like a money maker right there. Anytime you break that, and then it came back to retest. But yeah, definitely. Anybody else got any more questions before I jump off? Are there any other platforms that allow you to use the strat? Yes. TOS. Trend Sniper. Sarah Sniper has her own scripts on there. Also, I know a lot of people are new here. I've been dropped it a while ago, but you could definitely, I'll drop them again, but you could go to Price Action Warriors. There's like a cheat sheet. I haven't been on here in a minute, but long story short, they have the strat set up in here for you, where it's bots and literally tell you your setups, right? So like Neo is letting you know today on a 30-minute time frame ended with a 2 down, 1 inside day. So Neo is going to break out tomorrow because it's inside, right? But that's also on a 30-minute time frame. You'll want to see that on a kind of like a daily as well, right? And that's how I find some setups too. I sometimes come here, or I just go through the charts, to be honest. 2 up, 1, all of these candles right here. I mean, all of these Kroger, Coca-Cola, GM, Ford, Citibank, AMD, Love, that's the airlines, McDonald's, utilities, ETFs. All of these have inside days, right? All of these right here are in a continuation. I'm sorry, on a reversal, 2 down, 2 up, 2 down, 2 up. All of these just had a reversal today, right? So they could possibly give a continuation for tomorrow. PMG to the upside, PG. So it makes it easier for me to find setups. This is a free Discord as well with a whole bunch of Strat. This is just a big old Strat community. They're also on Facebook too. You can also go to the Strat Trading. Sarah Sniper, this is her and Alex's and somebody else's group. Is now a paid service, so you won't be able to see Sarah Sniper's or anybody else's trade unless you paid for it. I'm just in the community because I like to engage with other people and things of that nature. But yeah, man, sorry that I didn't go over too many other patterns and we were just like flushing through, but I'm gonna be doing chart classes every Thursday. And I'll definitely talk more about, because I know I didn't talk about like say cup and handles and things of that nature, but please engage with me, ask me questions, let me know what you guys want to learn, and I'll definitely do my best to try to teach you guys that. Engage just like Diego did. You know, you can send me charts when you know I'm doing chart classes and tell me to chart that up. You tell me to shut up and hey, can you chart this up real quick for me? Hey, it's no problem. We're here to make money and to make sure that you guys are successful at what you do. Yeah, with that being said, folks. Where can I find the Price Action Warriors Discord? I'll drop it in my channel. I'll drop it in the channel or in the general chat whenever I get off. And then this video will be up and running. It's probably going to be like 2 videos because I heard that it jumped off and then it started recording again. But they'll be on YouTube possibly tomorrow. I'm an owl, so I might do it tonight. It just all depends. Thanks. Don't thank me. Thank yourself for asking the question. You ask, you shall receive. Thank the Most High. That's how I rock. It's not me. I'm just a human. I'm just a vessel, and I work for God. So whatever you want, just let me know. If I have the answers, I'll give it to you. How do you put Strat on TOS? I'm gonna send this Discord over because I don't use TOS to chart. The reason I say that, if you're looking at it, they're gonna have it somewhere here. Look, scripts studies. Wow. And a whole bunch of people are gonna have different scripts in here. You just do, oh my God, man. Shout out to Evelyn, bro. That's what's up. Dang, man, I just named so proud. You made me feel successful. But yeah, just go in here, just like you see, Evelyn Gomez, shout out to you. She's in the Discord as well. And you see that she's trying to make relationships and asking other people. I don't know what question, but look, she's actually helpful. She's amazing. But yeah, you go in here and you'll find different scripts, and you can definitely just ask. People will send you over scripts. People will send you over scripts that they created. There's also scripts inside of the trading strat, the strat trading. Let me see. You just got to go down through them and read the channels. But I believe that there's some scripts in here as well. Right. And no, I don't see none. But I'll definitely check and see what other Discords. But I'll drop the Facebook link as well. You could, if you guys have Facebook, definitely ask questions over there. They're more than willing to help. Damn, my computer going slow right now. This is what's awesome. Appreciate you. Yeah, of course, absolutely. Hey, if y'all don't mind, since y'all saying so awesome, appreciate y'all. If y'all don't mind, can y'all please go to the general chat and drop a review. Let me know how y'all liked it. What did y'all like? And what I thrive for is let me know where I went wrong. What did I do wrong? If there's something I could get better at, and things of that nature. But yeah, definitely appreciate y'all. Jumping off of this, I'll wait 3 more minutes to see if anybody has any questions or a chart they would like me to chart, and I'll be getting off of this. And
usually this right?
Huh?
You do this every Thursday?
Yeah, I do this every Thursday. I do this every day, girl.
Okay. I'm here for it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, but I'm gonna be doing chart classes every single Thursday. I'll also be doing classes with my brother D'Angelo on Mondays on cryptocurrency and getting people more familiar with cryptocurrency. yeah, and yeah, man, yeah. I'm writing down my goals since we have a lot of members here. I'm writing down my goals where it's like, I know I was joking on the live. I'm gonna have a goal of like 5 people that I want to be able to like change. I want to change everybody's lives, but like 5 people that are dedicated, and I'm not going to choose them. They're going to choose themselves. I already know some of the people to choose because they be in my DMs just asking questions all day, every day, and I love it. So just want to give out free one-on-ones to really help people. You know, I don't care how long we're on a one-on-one, maybe 1, 2, 3 hours, just going over some charts or trying to grow your portfolio and things of that nature. We just want to help change some lives here, but that's going to be my goal, 5 people. But yeah, 2 more minutes and I'm off of here.
What's your IG handle? Is that where you go live at?
My IG is MoodyBugz. Now I don't be going live on IG. My wife told me to go live though. I might start going live and like just talk about options.
You go live through Discord.
Yeah, I just go live through Discord. I don't like
Gotcha.
putting myself out there too much.
Okay.
What is your strategy for looking for stocks to trade? Do you look for inside days, pre-markets, reversals, etc., talking about that day, or do you only have a few stocks that you trade? It just all depends on how I wake up. I have like different setups, like small account builders, right? I just go through setups and find my setups, like on Ford, how I had an inside day. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna trade it. I really love inside days, but like say Ford was right there. What I do is when I find inside days, delete, I set my alerts. And when they start going off, I go look at the chart. So when this next candle comes tomorrow, if it hit this one like beep, then I'll go look at the chart and be like, you know what? I actually like Ford. And it'll give me a decision where it's like, oh, I'm gonna wait for the pullback, or I'm gonna just go ahead and have an aggressive entry and just go ahead and enter and just let the trade run. But I look for my setups, like 2-2 reversals are my setups. Like I like to trade things at the bottom of the Browning formation. Like that's why I'm waiting on Kroger right now. Because Kroger's at the bottom of my Browning formation. It got ready. We killed it in the Kroger trap. I know I killed it. Raw killed it. That boy, man, he'll go. But long story short, I thought it was going to continue up. It mirrored its candle, but it didn't continue to eat up the PMG right here. So just still waiting. Possibly get another 2-2 reversal weekly. I believe we're in Doji. Oh, well, it's not Doji anymore. So just waiting to see, but that's what I like when I draw my Browning formations. I like catching things at the bottom, or I like catching things at the top to come down to get a larger risk to reward ratio. But I like bull flags. Like I like when I see oh dang, show me no bull flag. Like there's a bull flag, but it's just not pretty. I also like bearish flags. Like when I see something like this with a pole and it's coming down, I just wait for the day because I normally tend to go down for them, but this one went up. So there's always just waiting for more confirmation for that day. But I'm just a strat trader. So like my setups are these. Like I'm gonna always talk about 2-1-2s, 3-1-2s, 2-2 reversal. It's like once you start learning strat, you'll start understanding like, got it. That's why like, you know, he talks about patterns and he talks about this, but I'm just gonna trade my setup. And then I like the 4-hour to find setups as well. Like how I was saying, like for morning stars. See, this one's like kind of giving it to you. Morning star vibes off the bottom of the Browning formation, right? It's ranging right now. So hopefully it ranges back and breaks some highs. But that's what I do. I just find like my setups. I like finding 2 downs and 2 ups. I'll trade a continuation too, right? It just depends about price action. And it all depends on how good that stock is moving and how good it's performing that day. But I don't have like a specific stock at the moment that I just trade. The last stock that I was just specifically trading was DDX, this stock right here. I still go back and trade it. As you see, it's marked up. But I ain't gonna lie, I still trade it very often. This is like my bread. It's not my bread and butter, but I like to trade DVX because it's extremely cheap. Right now, I'm not touching it because the implied volatility is out the roof. And these contracts are way too expensive for no reason. I'm not about to pay you $50, $60 for these contracts when I know I can buy them at 15. So yeah, that's about it. But nice little follow wedge. But I just find my patterns, like even like this one, I'll be looking at like this is DVX, but like to be honest, I'm probably not going to trade tomorrow. It just all depends. If I wake up, I tell myself I'm not going to trade, then I wake up and be like, oh no, I'm trading. But yeah, see, like Morningstar pattern, I'll be trying to take it out that break right here. Here, let me set up. I don't want to set up no alerts, and that's why I know I'm probably going to end up trading tomorrow because I've been setting up alerts and I'm a hero. I'm gonna be like, oh, let me go look at the chart. But yeah, definitely. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I'm about to get off. Let me see. Yeah, I'm coming. Talking about that. Yeah, I've been trading Strat for at least a month and been very successful, but I learned even more on this call. Thank you. You're welcome. Damn, you've been trading the Strat. Let me remember your name. We Stratters. God bless you. Man, I appreciate you. God bless you too. For real, for real. Not a lot of people tell me that. God bless you. We still need to see the She funny. Here you go.
That cheat sheet that you had, that's in the homework folder in the Discord?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just tag me. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, yo, Moody, what's wrong with you, bro? Drop this cheat sheet.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, ain't no problem. Here you go. I'll drop these too. I'm saying a lot, but I'm gonna remember. If I don't do it like right now, I'll probably do it later on. If I don't do it later on, I do it tomorrow. But I'm scrolling through it so you could just get some more pictures or whatnot. But definitely, I'll drop these. I'll drop them somewhere. WBA, boy, this is an account builder. Walgreens, are you killing him? Yeah, and then here, take a picture of this one. I'll give you all the information. I don't care. Take a picture of that right there. That's all your, well, it's not all your sectors, kind of, but majority of all your sectors like XLY, this consumer discretionary, you know, you can watch that with Home Depot, Lowe's, things of that nature, XLE, any energy plays, right? I was telling people to swing it on the live. Nobody listened. XLF, financials, XLU, utilities runs with XLE, so you can play them at the same time. Yeah. But this is all your sectors, and try to get in the best practice of that. You know, before I get off, because I am about to get off, you go to bar charts. One of my favorite places to be. I don't really do too much on bar charts, but it's a lot of things you can do on bar charts. And you can do it. I don't pay for bar charts either, but there's a lot of free things you can do and utilize with bar charts. But I like to look at the heat sector and then click into the sectors, and that's how I found stocks. And don't you see, like, if you go to my trading views, kind of looks similar, doesn't it? Energy, EVs, you know. So follow what successful people do, and trust me, you'll be successful. All you gotta do is copy them. Eventually, you'll be just like them. But yeah, you can click in some of these, and then that's how you find stocks too, right? Like you click on utilities. Utilities is going to be more so like clean energy, things that Biden is pushing, something more so like when I say clean energy, because energy is like also oil and like it's not oil, but it's like Exxon, CBX, PSX, things of that nature. That's like energy. Utility is going to be more so like, I think like EOG, like solar power energy. Yeah. No, EOG is energy as well. But yeah. All right. I'm gonna read these last questions and I'm gonna be hopping off here. Appreciate you, D-Wiz. I know you probably still on here recording this, man. Thank you. Please don't forget to drop the yeah, look, because I may just forget that. Let me just do that right now. She like, bro, you better give me this info. What's wrong with you? Invite people. How do I just copy the join over here? Oh. Where's Moody's channel? There we go. There was one. And use them before anybody that's still on. Just remind me because they expire. I think it's like 3 or 7 days, something like that. It expires and you won't be able to join. And then this one, you have to take a strat test to join. You'll have to do click that, click that, click that, and it'll walk you through. Just start at welcome. And you can ask me for the answers. I don't care to give them to you. Oh, dang, yeah. So with this one, just remind me. And it's because you have the way I got into this Discord, you gotta go through the website. It doesn't allow you to just, and it does have scripts. The scripts is all the way in the bottom. I just seen it. Script scans. But yeah, I'll drop this one sooner than later. And remind me, Dejanea, whatever. I can't read. Whatchamacallit, just remind me, tag me in the Discord, like, yo, Moody, you're not on your job. But all right, thank you all for joining. Everybody have a blessed day. Let me see who's still on here. I'm gonna give y'all a giveaway. I'm gonna try to remember. Tony, Kevin. Oh yeah, this is everywhere all the time. Kendrick. Oh, Kendrick Lamar about to drop an album. Bro, she everywhere. I always see her. Yeah, I'm gonna remember you. D-Wiz, you can't get no giveaways. No, I'm joking. All right, cool. I'm gonna take a picture of this. Oh, dang, Charles would have never been in there. All right, cool. Yeah, guys have a blessed day, man. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Thanks, amazing, thanks, welcome. Have a blessed night. Thank you. Have a blessed one too, abundantly. Thanks for class. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. All right, I'm about to stop. Appreciate you, D-Wiz, for all your help, brother.